right?
No,
What's
I
the
get.
risk that you're taking in this situation that warrants the interest that you're being paid?
I get what you're saying. What I'm asking is, okay, let me ask it this way. Do you think the banks is
Mhm.
when we put our money in the bank, do you think they're earning well over 5%, or do you think they earning around 5%?
It really depends, honestly, because I've seen banks fail because they made the wrong bets. So it really depends.
A good bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, like a good bank.
I mean, they make billions of dollars, but they also have different services that they provide. Then also, when you consider banks that deal with credit cards,
Mhm.
they make a killing with credit cards, right? You're talking about 20 plus interest on a
Yeah,
credit card. But
yeah.
also, what is the risk? If you buy something with a credit card, right? Let's think about this. If you buy something with a credit card and you stop paying your credit card bill, does the bank repo and take back what you bought?
I haven't used credit like that, so I don't know.
The answer is no. The answer is no. See, when you buy a car and you stop paying your car note, they will take the car because it's collateralized, right?
Yeah.
Right? Same thing with a house. You stop paying your mortgage, they can
Kicked out.
foreclose on the house, kick you out, right? If you buy something with a credit card and you stop paying the credit card, the
Mhm.
bank is unable to take anything from you. So the
Mm.
risk dictates the reward.
So I got you. Makes perfect sense.
Right.
So
So my question is, what is the risk that you, Brother Ben X, Brother Supreme, all the people who are in this particular organization, what is the risk that you're taking that warrants such a better return than the market is providing?
I guess it's a big risk. I could lose all my money, right? Okay.
Well, with any investment, you can lose all your money. So that
Right.
still does not justify such a high return.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce
Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the evil that men do. Father God, I pray and ask that you help me to have mercy on others the same way I would want you to have mercy on me. Father God, I also ask that you help me to be quick to forgive and slow to get angry. Amen, amen, amen. These young dudes out here don't respect shit until you put the barrel in their ear and let the text spit. I just might catch a case on my next hit, remove their whole face on some special effect shit. So show respect, Drake, or I'ma have a flashback. Digging through the dresser like, fuck it, where my mask at? Then mash back with the banger and damage shit and say fuck everything I learned in anger management. Hop back on some east side damage shit and push a nigga's top back when I let the cannon spit. Start planning shit, premeditation. I'm in love with the streets again, rededication. Casket or cremation when I shoot you down. I was built for the smoke like a hookah lounge. I keep big shit that sound like a bazooka sound, and I shoot quicker than ain't gotta be a hoop around. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys out, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with the 3 straps. A ski mask with the case, squeezing keys out, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Gun on me, it ain't never for show, homie. I'm far from a bully, but I'm never a hoe. Get out of line, my Beretta will blow. Real talk, we can take the beef wherever we go. I bring it to your front door like I'm Uber Eats. I guarantee you listen up when this Ruger speaks. Plus I maneuver through these streets like a ghost, and I'm handy with the heat. I cook a nigga like a roast. on me, homie, this is not a boast. I will still come through, boy, and stop a nigga's post. Play him close, man, Eric will ease it. Quickly off the waistband, man, and Eric will squeeze it. Leave you niggas laid out dead or paraplegic. Niggas playing in these streets while I'm very strategic. I come to your house dressed like the gas man. Shoot you 9 times, leave you stretched by the trash can. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, with ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with the 3 straps, with ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. I don't put shit on Facebook, I just holler in person. Put the pistol in your mouth while you're hollering and cursing. All that shit you kept rehearsing and put on your live, got you clapped with the big 4-5. You bitch nigga, if you tell me to pull up, I'ma do that. That nigga who was whooping first nigga that I shoot at. Ski mask on my face, bystanders be like, who that? I ain't with the talking, bitch, boy, I thought you knew that. Leave his brains where my shoe at and bounce like I'm on a trampoline. Leave you laid out, nigga, like you camping on the scene. If you want something sweet, grab a peach or tangerine. Niggas won't smoke, well fuck it, I'ma let them handle steam. AR with the beam, you see the red dot? We tug on this trigger, nigga, it'll make your head pop. Blood pouring down to your shoes, call it Red Sox. Your brains hanging all over your shoulders like some dreadlocks. Expect the gang of dead off if they ever cross the line. The Lord said in the Bible, oh, revenge is mine. So I'm just trying to find a righteous path between the two. Before I lose control and do the shit I used to do. This being humble shit is new. I'm trying to turn the other cheek, but I ain't never been a bitch, so watch your mouth when you speak. Your mercy's what I seek, so I pray on bended knees. Don't let me get the K with the extended clip and squeeze. Lord, please. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, with ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with the 3 straps, with ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps.
All right, y'all. All right. Happy Saturday afternoon, man. I wasn't going to do this one, but I saw this. I was watching this last night and I said, oh man, maybe I could just put my little 2 cents in on this one, man. But yeah, man, we were supposed to go on. We're going on tomorrow, but just going to do a little one today. Thank you to Brother Eric. He does that, gave us that song, Relapse. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man, for allowing us to use that music, man, do our intro, man. Go over there and check out Brother Eric, 16, better known as 16 to Life, the YouTube page. Blowing up, man, blowing up like a balloon, man. So go over there and check the brother out. Good dude, too, man. Brother Eric's a good dude, man. All right, that's Eric, man. I want to get him out of the way real quick, man, because I wanted to get into this story that I saw yesterday, or this situation that I saw yesterday, where Pocket Watching was JT, was talking about Brother Ben X and some business dealings he got with a company called GS Partners, right? And so I wanted to go over that with you guys real quick, man, and then just talk about, how I feel like JT could, I know his heart is in the right place, but I think he could have did things a little different and had a bigger impact. But I understand this is a business, man. Ultimately, this YouTube thing is a business, and people are gonna do, what they feel like. Hey, this is what's necessary to be done, right? So, what I'm gonna do, man, is hold on, man. Let me get my. All right, I got everything together now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, the lighting is bad in here, man. But it's a sunny Saturday afternoon out here in sunny Los Angeles, California. Hopefully, man, you either with your family, you either watching the Harris Tribe, or you watching me on the replay, whatever. But at least you watching something, doing something. If you're not spending time out with your family, man, family comes first. And then, if you don't, if you know, man, I got man Rico's in the building, man. Shout out to Rico, man. Man, I was just checking on the brother, man, to see if he's all right, man. Of course, Rico don't call nobody, don't text nobody, don't do nothing, right? Then shows up like, hey, what's going on? We partying? Where's the bar, right? Shout out to Rico. Shout out to Rico, man. Okay, glad to see he's in good health. I'm like, man, bro, you got to check in with your people every now and then, man. You can't be going to let weeks go by. We're not them kind of people, man. We're going to come looking for you, man. After a while, ask Risa, right? All right, so anyway, man. Yeah, so the situation with JT and Brother Ben X, man, we're going to go over that, and we're going to do that real quick, man. And but so let's check everybody else in, and then let's get right to work, y'all. Okay, first up on the docket is Sister Annie. Shout out Sister Annie. Excuse me, Brother Clarence. Did you invite Brother Ben X? No, sis. Oh, well, you need to do that. I said, tell you what I'll do. I'll invite him and JT. How about that? So Brother Ben X and Brother JT were invited. Now I just sent that email out maybe not even 15 minutes ago. So don't get mad at them if they didn't show up, because, you know, I just sprung this up. I didn't, you know, say, hey, a week from now, I'm going to do this interview. I didn't do that. So they may or may not show up. It's a high probability neither one of them will show up. But that's okay. We're not here to bash either one of them. We're just looking at the situation and getting good. But thank you to Sister Annie, for the administrator, for telling me, hey, man, you need to reminding me that I needed to invite those two brothers. Okay, but shout out to Sister Annie. Glad to have you in the building. We got our resident sniper in the building, Risa Neal. Shout out to Risa Neal. You know what, man? I'm telling you, man, if you trying to start something, man, I saw it happen in the last stream. Somebody put something in there, and I was looking. I was like, hey, how come it didn't come over? It didn't cross over to this. Risa is quick on the draw, so it put you out your misery real fast, man. Right? You know what Risa's like? Risa's like those honorable samurais, right? They're not gonna cut your head off with a dull blade where they got to keep hacking and hacking and hacking. Risa's gonna make sure that blade is nice and sharp, so just one swipe, whoop, you go, right? That's honorable, right? Why keep hacking the man, right? All right, man. Shout out to Risa Neal. We got our resident sniper in the building, so trolls, watch out, man. Don't even try it. Who else in the building? Let's see. Brother Von Erick's in the building. He said, where's your faith? Shout out to you, man. He said, blessings, assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam, sir. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man, for showing up and stopping by, man. Where you been, Brother Von Erick? We haven't seen you in a while, man. Hopefully everything's good. Everything is working out in your life, man. Hopefully, man. We pray. That's our prayer. But shout out to Brother Von Erick. Who else in the building? Man, OG Patrice, my sister OG Patrice is in the building, man. She may or may not be up here. I don't know, depending on what she got to say, man. You know, Patrice is a lady of a few words, man. So we'll see if she comes up here, man, if she got something to say about this subject. Who else is in the building, man? Shout out to Patrice. Who else is in the building? Our executive producer. Who else is in the building? We got Brother Anderson the Great, my other Taurus brother, who is my Taurus brother. Sister Annie is my Taurus sister. And y'all know I don't mess with them Tauruses. Brother Anderson said, we black again. Hope everybody's great, having a great weekend, man. We trying to, Brother Anderson. We trying to. We just discuss this little situation real quick. We trying to, man. Thank you, Brother Anderson, for stopping by. Appreciate you, man. Who else in the building? Brother Willie Dean, man. Shout out to Willie Dean, man. Good brother, author. Hopefully he's out there lecturing, man. He needs to be. Good brother, man. Shout out to Brother Willie Dean in the building, man. We checking him in. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you, man. Hope everything in your life and your family, everything is well, man. Doing really well. Man, appreciate you, man, for stopping by, man. Shout out to Willie Dean, man. Go cop that book, by the way. Willie Dean is an author, man, because he got a book on Amazon, man. Go cop that book if you ever already get a chance to, man. Sister Annie put that book out there. But good brother, man. Good brother. Who else is in the building? Who else is in the building, man? Oh, no. Old crusty, extra salty Uncle Rico is in the building, man. Shout out to Rico, man. That hangover from the Dominican Republic has finally passed over, man. And finally can get Rico to wake up, man. Shout out to Brother Rico, man. I'm feeling bad, man. I ain't got cussed out in a long time, man. I'm feeling bad. Shout out to Rico, man. Rico's in the building, man. He may or may not be up here too, depending on what he got going on today. Who else is in the building, man? Who else is in the building, man? Reason say Pretty Rico, what they call him? I don't know, man. I know the ladies call him that, man. The men is we always jealous of him, man. We trying to figure out how can we get them girls away from Pretty Rico. Shout out to Rico, man. Oh man. All right. I think that's everybody who wants to be checked in, man. Everybody else in the bushes, man. So shout out to everybody, man, watching on live stream or the replay. However, let me make this announcement. I did, at the behest of Sister Annie, I did invite Brother Ben X, and I did invite Brother JT from Pocket Watching with JT. So I did invite both of those brothers via email to stop on by, sent them the link. Now, they may or may not show up. They probably will not, you know what I mean, getting this information so late, getting the invite so late, they probably will not. There's a high probability they won't show up, right? But I just wanted to invite them to come out, man, because I do want it to be a discussion, man. I'm always interested in engaging in discussion. All right, y'all, so let's get right to work. Let's get right to work. Now, this is what we were watching last night, man. This is JT, and he was discussing the situation with this GS Partners situation with Brother Ben X, who has come out and made videos about his involvement with them. We're gonna watch one of those videos in just a minute. So, but right now, this is Brother JT, and he is kind of confronting Brother Ben X about some information that I guess he felt JT felt that Brother Ben X should have already known. So anyway, let's watch a little bit more of that.
Right? Think about the business. I think you're focusing on the reward from the business from your position. It's helpful to always think this question. What is the other guy getting out of this deal? What are they benefiting?
That's my point.
Why would they pay you so much? What's the benefit that they get? Because you're risking the same that any other investment would be.
I got you. So that's what I was getting at with my question. Could it be that the company is making well over 5%?
You should suspect fraud, because that's just not how finance works. They've been able to consistently pay this out to all the people who bought that particular certificate over the past 18 months, over the past 3 years. There's no way that can be done mathematically for a business that isn't on the front cover of every business.
All right. JT had a point. If a business was doing that well, it would be everywhere, right? It would be like Bernie Madoff, man. Everybody be banging on the front door. Please let me in. Here, I got 10,000, 20,000, 100,000. The fund managers of these billion-dollar funds, right? Hey, I got 10 billion. We want to put it there, right? Everybody would be doing that, right? So he's got a point. So I've never said JT didn't have a point with what he was saying. I just felt like, man, it could have been handled a different way. Okay. Let's for the benefit of the people that haven't had a chance to excuse me, you haven't had the chance of knowing what's actually going on. What's actually going on is the brother Ben X, he has had this business dealing with this company called GS Partners, right? I guess he invested some money. This is my understanding of what's going on. He has invested, you can invest in their CD program where you give them, just like you give a bank, you can have a CD program, you give them $5,000 or $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever, and they put it in the CD for you, right? They put it in the CD for you, and then they promise you a rate of return based on the length of the time that you put the CD in, right? Man, you have the CD in for 2 years, they're going to give you 5%. If you give it 3 years, they may give you 6 or whatever, right? So that's my understanding based on the way mind looking at the website? Because we're gonna look at their website, this GS Partners. We're gonna look at their website. We're gonna see, man, what's going on. Gonna ask ourselves the question, what's going on? Now, after we go through all this stuff, man, I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this situation, right? Because it's tough, man. It's tough. Shout out to Von Bryan, by the way. Shout out to Von Bryan. Who else is in the building, man? Okay, I think I got everybody. Rico said JT point may be good for an economics major, but simply an endorser would not notice. That's where I'm going, Rico. So, but we'll get there. We'll get there because the point of this whole thing is that he was skewering Brother Ben X, right? He was going after Brother Ben X as if Brother Ben X, was a Harvard graduate of MIT's, economics school. And this brother is just a brother that just pulled himself up by his bootstraps and may not be as familiar with the inner workings of how hedge funds and all that work. All he see is the results, and he just like the rest of us, right? Somebody came to you and said, hey, look, hey, I'm making money doing this. I'm making money buying houses, right? And I make money all the time at buying houses. Just give me $10,000. I'll flip it back and I'll give you back $20,000 in 3 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 months or whatever, right? They give you the money back and you say, wow, this really works. Most people are not going to investigate. Hey, take me with you and show me what the person's going to say. Well, that's a confidential secret, right? That's a business secret. I can't necessarily do that, right? So they're going to be like, oh, well, I can't necessarily show you this, but I can tell you, I can just show you the results. Well, most people are like, well, shit, as long as you're showing me the results, I'm good with it, right? And especially when it comes to high finance, right? When you're moving millions and billions of dollars around, most people don't understand the mathematics that go behind that, right? That most of it is timing, right? You have to be involved with something at the right time, because once it gets saturated, the returns are not going to be as high. That's the basic situation that we got going on here in American finance, right? It's is trying to be the first one or being the right person at the right time, right? So that's what we got to look at, man. Now, do y'all think Brother Ben X is out there trying to actually, scam people? I don't. And by me personally, I never met this brother. I never met Brother JT. I never met either one of them. So do I think that Ben X is out here trying to or is trying to scam people? No, I don't think so. That's my personal belief. Plus, I got a connection with the brother on the spiritual side because we both are followers of the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, right? So that, of course, I'm going to look at it. I'm gonna have probably a little more bias than at the average person, right? Average person, like, hey, we don't care who you messing with. If you telling people to put their money in something and it's funny, then we got a problem, right? Well, I had the same problem, but got to understand that, man, sometimes people will do things and they don't have they think they got a clear understanding, right? How many of y'all got children? You got a child, right? You tell a child to do something and the child don't do what you told them to do, it don't work out. And then they come back and say, I thought I was doing it right. And then when you question them and you go down the line of what you asked them to do and you question them, and then it comes out, oh, they didn't do what you said. They didn't do what you told them to do, right? Shout out to Sister Don, by the way. They didn't do what you told them to do. All right, so let's watch a little more of this.
Magazine. Like, you don't do this with small investors. You virtually can't do this with small investors. It doesn't make sense.
Yes, sir.
You get the point that I'm making?
Yes, I get your point.
Right, because it's got to come from somewhere. Money isn't made out of thin air. They can't tell you, hey, we're buying undervalued businesses. Okay, great. Are you aware that there are multinational hedge funds who buy undervalued businesses? There is no way that with the money that the members of GS Capital or GS Partners are providing, they cannot compete with the multinational hedge funds who do the same thing. They would be outperforming people with more experience, better staff, and deeper pockets. How could that be possible in finance?
So let me ask you this. Like, for example, when I said, I got in November, those people who've been in since 2020, been in since 2020.
Right.
For the people who don't, for the certificates where you don't have to market to anybody, how do you think they're paying out? Like all the people that have not signed up for the affiliate program, they're not.
Where's the money coming from?
Yeah, like for the certificates where you don't have to sign nobody else. So typically, from my understanding from companies, like it runs out because they're using money from people under you. So I get that whole concept. But with these particular certificates, you don't have to sign anybody up. So where do you think it's coming from as far as like I did a live the other day, well, maybe yesterday with my.
Okay, like I said, JT has a good point. And even Brother Ben is pretty much proving his point. He's like, where do you think this money is coming from? Hello. It's probably coming from the new people that's signing up. That's probably where it's coming from, right? Because, like he said, if a fund was performing that well, it would be on the front page of USA Today. It would be on the front page of the New York Times, all of these different the Wall Street Journal. It would be on the front page of all of those places, right? If it was really performing that well, if it was doing the function that was presenting those type of returns, it would be there. It would you couldn't hide that kind of fund, right? Bernie Madoff, and I got to give JT credit on that one. He said Bernie Madoff was turning people away. He was making so much he was turning people away. They was throwing money at this man, and no one was successfully able to investigate, get all the way to the bottom of it until the one guy that did it, that one fund manager that's now doing talks all over the place. He's the one that blew it apart. He looked at it and said, and his boss, and the reason why his boss said, hey, if this guy can get these kind of returns for 12 years straight, go find out what he's doing. And just trying to copy it, he uncovers this whole scam that's going on, right? They're trying to copy it, right? They're trying to say, hey, shoot, if you can do it, we can do it. But in the course of trying to find out what Bernie Madoff was doing, the guy uncovers this massive fraud, right? Anyway, so basically what we got here, JT, is telling the young fella, hey, young fella, why didn't you do this? Why is this? Are you aware? And then at some point he says, I'm a certified financial planner. I'm certified. I'm supposed to know this. Okay, well, you certified. You went to school for this. You supposed to know this. I'm not. Brother Ben X is not a certified planner as far as I know, financial planner as far as I know. Shout out to you, Don GQ. Shout out to you, Big Rick Slabs. He's not a certified planner, right? But this is my point. JT was coming at him like he's, he graduated as a certified planner. No. Ben X is just a brother that came up out of the ghetto and just, put some things together, was able to build himself up, right? Just because he was able to build himself up don't mean he has the knowledge you have. So I think we got to approach it that way. There's some people that JT push out there, and they know they are a person trying to get over on the public. And then you got people that just don't know what's going on. They don't know the inner workings. Now, I'm not taking up for Ben X. I don't know, but I'm just assuming that's the situation. I could be wrong. Brother Ben X might have a little more information than I know, but what I see, I'm just going off of what I see. I don't think so. I'll tell you what we're going to do, y'all. Let's look at Brother Ben X's, because we come back to this. Let's look at Brother Ben X, and let's see what he has to say about this whole GS partner situation, man. Let me see. Here we go.
I teach digital real estate, right? So I show people how to grow their businesses online, how to create content, how to get paid from their content, and how to get paid from their digital platforms. Well, I've been introduced to a platform that, and let me just give y'all this caveat, as they say. When to do what I've been teaching people how to do. Now, I've been able to help people make their first six figures. I've been able to take companies to their first 7 figures in sales. But oftentimes a lot of people struggle with it because they don't have the will and desire to create content, to put themselves out there. They're afraid. They haven't discovered their gift. And a lot of people, man, they like, man, this is great information in the program, but I'm not there yet to create my own content, to put my product out there on a daily basis. They just don't feel comfortable. But now I've been put in a position and been introduced to a program by some brothers, man, where you ain't got to do none of that. You ain't got to have 1,000 followers. You ain't got to have 10,000 followers. You ain't got to have 100. You ain't got to have a whole bunch of sales. You literally can put your money to work. And I want to show y'all my platform. Y'all know how I do. I seen the program. I said, let me get in it first. Let me see if it works. Let me see if it is what y'all say it is. Then I'll start to share it with my people. So do y'all mind if I share with y'all my back office? Just put yes if in the comment section, if y'all mind if I just share with y'all my back office so you can see it for yourself. And I say this because many people, they tell y'all about what they can do. They tell y'all what y'all can, they try to teach y'all how to do stuff, but they're not even doing it themselves. They sharing what they read in the book. Matter of fact, y'all should go get my book, by the way. Hey, Do for Self, Separation of Death. I also got this book called Kun Fa Kun. I got some books out there now. I just want to be an inspiration. I dropped out of college. I quit my jobs, but I still became an author. I still became an author. And you can do it too. This ain't to brag. This just to show y'all, man, you can do it too. Who said we can't become an author? Who said you can't write a book? Don't get me to preaching in here today. So, okay, y'all, I see everybody putting yes. So I'm about to show y'all my back.
Okay, this is Brother Ben X. He's going to show us his back office, right? His back office with GS Partners. Now, GS Partners, like I said, is the group that they come to and they are saying, hey, we'll take your money and we'll double it or whatever. We'll give you this, outrageous interest rate on this money for 18 months. We'll give you a CD, a certificate of deposit. You give us the money and we're going to give you your money back, right? Your original principal back, plus whatever interest rate they agree to, right? That's what this is, right? Basically a T-bill, a treasury bill, right? Hey, you give us this much money, and but in the with a T-bill is you're giving the government money to do something, right? We're gonna build these highway, we're gonna build this highway, we're gonna build this project here, we're gonna do this or that or whatever it is, right? We're gonna do these projects, but that's a T-bill. With these CDs, right? Sometimes now you can go get one from a bank, right? You can go get a CD from a bank, and in a CD from a bank, they don't really tell you what they're gonna spend your money on, right? Hey, they just know they just telling you they're gonna give you a what do you call that? A return, right? They could spend it on a loan or how somebody borrow money for a house. They can spend it on somebody borrow money for a commercial building. They can spend it on whatever, right? A big business, a little business, a government business, right? They put money into that. Who knows what they're doing with your money, right? All you know is they're gonna give it back to you, right? And I see that was the point that Ben X was trying to make, is that, hey, they're doing the same thing that the banks do. They're just not regulated. Well, see, that's where it falls apart, because if it has to be regulated so that people can know, hey, if something went faulty, who we can go after, who we can go and ask what's going on, and who we need to bring to justice if something really outrageous happened, right? That's where I think the separation in thinking was happening there, because I think Ben X was like, hey, they basically doing the same thing. The bank ain't telling you what they're doing with your money. You giving them a CD. They could be doing whatever they want to do with that money. Now, the difference between, I think, GS Partners and the bank is that when you have a regulated situation, there's only certain things that they can spend that money on. They're supposed to spend that money on. Whereas in an unregulated situation, man, hey, they can be they can be doing like the U.S. government was doing in the 80s, giving the Contras money, giving supporting rebel governments. You know what I mean? They could do whatever they want to do, buying cocaine to sell it so they could sell it so they could support their war. They could be doing whatever they do with this money, right? In an unregulated situation. We even saw in a regulated situation, right? It's supposed to be regulated, right? The U.S. government is supposed to be regulated. They was buying drugs so that the Contras could sell drugs to finance their war, right? And then what is that? Oliver North said, I don't recall, right? Did you or did you not approve of these activities going on? I do not recall. I employ my right as an American citizen to use the Fifth Amendment not to incriminate myself, right? And then the Union Buster, Ronald Reagan. Hey, were you aware that this was going on? I was not aware of that. I'm the president, but I wasn't aware, right? I was not aware of that, right? Ronald Reagan, oh my God, man. Now, Ronald Reagan did so many different things, man. Man. And it all fell on George Bush Sr.'s head, right? Stock market crash, the the savings and loan debacle, all of that fell on George Bush's head, man. But you know what? He stood tall on that, man, because he never went back and said, hey, Reagan, this is Reagan's doing. This ain't me. This is Reagan. Reagan did this. He took it all on the chin, man. But we're talking now about, that's why the whole point is when you take, especially investment or relationship advice, these are serious things, man. These are serious decisions that people make, and it could change the course of your life. The person who you decide you're going to move in with, have a child with, eat the rest of your meals with, get in the bed with, that is a critical decision. Man, you need as much good information as you can to make a decision like that. The same thing when you deciding on where to put your money. You need as much information as you can to make a good decision.
All right, I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Put a 1 if you can hear me out there, y'all. I don't know what happened to my other computer. All right, I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Put a 1 if you can hear me out there. I don't know what happened to my other computer. All right, I don't know if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 if you can hear me. Okay, you guys can hear me good. Okay, let's get back to what we was talking about here. I'm trying to get back here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got one more thing to do. I got one more thing. One more thing to do. All right, here we go. I think the other computer is better now. I can switch back over there. Okay, let me switch back over there. Yeah, let me switch back over to my other computer. Yeah. All right, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me do this.
Let me do this. Can y'all hear me? Oh, y'all can hear me. Let me stop this real quick. I don't know what happened, y'all. What happened? I don't know what happened. Here we go. All right, y'all. Can you hear me? Trying to get rid of that echo. I'll work it out. Okay, y'all. I'm back. All right. So what were we doing? We were watching Ben X, right? Let's watch Brother Ben X. He was taking us through his backstage thing with let's see. There we go. Here we go. This is where we was at. Okay.
Back office, and as the brothers say, open up the hood. We're gonna get up under the hood today so y'all can see it for yourself. So I can show y'all what's been going on. Hold on. That's not the right one.
I'm worried we're not gonna get off this island.
Hey, have you gotten a Google Fi phone plan yet?
All right, y'all can see my screen, right? Make sure y'all can see my screen. Let me pull my messages out here. Make sure y'all can see my screen. All right. Now, I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, let me go here because y'all may say that ain't your profile, Brother Ben. I'm gonna go to my profile so y'all can at least see. There go my name, Brother Ben X. That's me. It's my profile. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna go to my portfolios, and I'm gonna do something in front of y'all that I haven't done in front of anybody. So I start off with this certificate called the Hermes. Now, yeah, this ain't gonna make sense right now, but just try to recall and retain as much as you can. Now, I told y'all I just started a little over a month ago. Now, just off $1,000, I'm earning up to 4.15% per week on my money. Now, let me turn it back to me because I don't think y'all heard many people probably didn't hear what I just said. I said consistently. Now, I haven't been in, I'm going to just keep it honest. I ain't been in months, but the brother who brought me in, he been in months. And last night, he showed his back office, and every week it's been coming in. 4.15% is what we've been making up to. Now, my question to y'all is, all of us got our money in the bank, yes? If you got your money in the bank right now, a traditional bank account, I want you to press 1. If you have your money right now in a traditional, and I got mine, I got some money in there too. I'm not saying, take all your money out. This ain't what this is. Because you got to use it to pay. But I know you got to use it for what it needs to be used for. But a lot of our parents, they told us, save your money, put it under your bed, put it in your bank account. Do y'all know how much percentage your money is earning on a yearly basis, not a weekly basis? on a yearly basis. Do you know how much your bank account is giving you a year? And listen, if you don't know, it's okay to say, Brother Ben, I don't know. But what I will say, you need to go find out today. You need to Google it today. Man, how much interest am I earning on leaving my money in the bank? And this is why. Do y'all know legally the bank can lend out 90% of our money and charge other people 10+% on our money that we got in the bank? And that's how they making their millions, billions, trillions of dollars, because they loan out our money and charge somebody else high interest, 10%, 12%. I done seen somebody say even 39%. Look at that. Somebody said 0.01. That's probably what your bank is giving you. So if you put $1,000 in your bank account, next year you probably gonna earn 10 cents. And listen, don't take my word for it. Go Google it. Call your bank. Matter of fact, call your bank. Hey, I was just wondering, that money that's in my checking account right now or my savings account, how much interest do I earn on that on a yearly basis? And see what they say. See what they say. Don't listen to Brother Ben, because I'm always going to tell you, go do your own due diligence. Now, why are you saying that, Brother Ben? The reason I'm saying this is because I just showed y'all. This is what I'm making off $1,000, $53 in my first week, $41 my second week, $47 my third week. I didn't say third year, third week, y'all. This is crazy on the block. This is the blockchain. Now, look, I'm already right now at 59. Let me show you how it works, because I haven't even withdrew it yet. Let me show you how it works. All you do on a weekly basis is hit withdraw. Watch this. Withdraw to my wallet right now. Watch this. Now it's in my wallet. Now all I got to do, go to my dashboard, and it's going to add on to the G Euro that I got. See that at the bottom where it just said account accredited? Look at that. I now can go right here, exchange it right now for USDT. And USDT just simply means for Tether. Right now. Do y'all know how powerful that is? Now I know what somebody thinking, Brother Ben, that's only $40. $1,000 sitting in a bank account. Now you may say, well, Brother Ben, what if I got a little bit extra? What if I got 10,000? Well, I got some I can show you for what you can do with 10,000. You're gonna make 4.15 off the first 5,000, and then your other 5,000 is gonna be growing at up to 6%, and you can touch that every quarter. So let's look at another one. Let's look at the Apollo. How much I'm making off 5,000 right now. Now, right now to this date, I'm at $177 for the week, and I haven't done nothing. I ain't had to sign nobody up.
All right, y'all. I have to switch over to another computer. So give me a second, y'all. This my main computer is just tripping for real. All right, let's
Okay, I don't know what's going on up here, but we got some issues with my other computer, so we're gonna use this computer. I'm gonna bring everything. I'm switching everything over to this computer. Hold on. Let me switch everything over. Here we go.
Money and charge somebody else high interest, 10%, 12%. I done seen somebody say even 39%. Look at that. Somebody said 0.01. That's probably what your bank is giving you. So if you put $1,000 in your bank account, next year you probably gonna earn 10 cents. And listen, don't take my word for it. Go Google it. Call your bank. Matter of fact, call your bank. Hey, I was just wondering, that money that's in my checking account right now or my savings account, how much interest do I earn on that on a yearly basis? And see what they say. See what they say. Don't listen to Brother Ben, because I'm always going to tell you, go do your own due diligence. Now, why are you saying that, Brother Ben? The reason I'm saying this is because I just showed y'all. This is what I'm making off $1,000, $53 in my first week, $41 my second week.
Okay, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I think y'all can hear me. All right. All right, y'all. Now, Brother Ben, Brother JT had a good point, right? His point was, hey, you getting this money. Now, maybe they're finagling it some kind of way where you can make this money. Maybe they're finagling it. Maybe you can make this kind of money, right? We got to see, right? We got to see. All right, so let's do this. Shout out to Arshawn. Shout out to Critically Drinking, man. By the way, Arshawn, you did a real good breakdown of the Queen Maker. Really good breakdown of her. I was very impressed with that. That was a good job you did there. All right, but let's get back to what we talking about with your brother Ben X. I think we worked out all the kinks, y'all. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Normally my computer doesn't act like that, but I don't know what's going on with it today. For some mysterious reason, it's deciding that it wants to act up. So I had to switch over to my laptop, but that's okay. No big deal. We're here. We're going to make this work. Now, my whole point with having this live stream in the first place was to show that can you guys hear me?
How about now? Can you guys hear me now?
Let me see if I can see, man. All these computers, man, they acting up for some reason. Okay, let me go to the settings, man. I don't know. See, I did this on in and out. You hear me now? Okay, let's see. Let me go into the settings. I'm trying to set this thing up, man. I thought I had everything set up. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm talking about JT. Ooh, the pocket watches is getting at me, y'all. The pocket watches are getting me. Maybe the pocket watches are on me, y'all. But I'm gonna get the computer anyway. We're gonna go back to JT and Brother Ben X. Now, of course, while I'm doing this system check, what do y'all think about Brother Ben X? I think most of the time, I mean, he seems like a reasonable brother. He seems like a brother that's trying to help the people. You know what I mean? Trying to, get people to, make some money. Seems like it. I don't see him as a person that's actually out here trying to cause an issue. If he is, he sure don't seem like it to me. Let me pull this down. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? I don't know why this computer keeps acting up, man. I don't know what this situation is, man. All right, y'all. Let me try to do it from this one again, y'all. Okay. Let's see. All right. So that was Brother Ben X. Let me see where I'm at now. Oh my gosh, look at all those comments. He said that's perfect. That's always the first. I sent all the links out to everybody. I thought I did. Oh, let's see, man, maybe I didn't. I thought I sent out everything to everybody, y'all. Let me double check. You know what I'm saying? I thought I sent everybody a link. Maybe you the only one that didn't get one, Patrice. I thought I sent them all out. I sent them out late though. I did send them out late. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. We're gonna get right back on track. Let me see if I sent these links out, y'all, and then we'll see. Yeah, I sent the links out to you today, Patrice. What are you talking about? Oh man, Patrice, what you talking about? Oh, I sent it to the wrong address, Patrice. That's where it was. Oh man, let me send you the link now. Let me forward you this. Oh man, Patrice, why you got all these? The Gmail address. That's what I want. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's get back on track here. All right. I see. It's my fault, Patrice. I sent it to the wrong address. All right. Okay. I know, Vaughn, but this computer keeps going in and out, man. You guys can hear me, but the screen goes blank. I can't see what's going on. That's what's making me have a problem, man. So I'm closing all these windows, see if I can do it. Okay, I'll tell you what, y'all. Let's go to GS Partners, right? The company is called GS Partners. That's where he's got all these investments, quote unquote investments, right? Brother Ben X, right? So let's go to GS Partners. Let's look at their website. Let's do that. Let's do that, y'all. Let's do that. Let's look at GS Partners. Let's see. Yeah, let's look at what this is what they're offering to the people, right? Right. This is GS Partners, right? All right, here we go. Who we are. The perfect combination of technology, blockchain, and banking at Swiss Valorium Bank. Our mission is to redefine finance for today's economy by building a pioneering technological bridge between the digital and traditional asset worlds, right? And here you can open an account, right? Why should you choose Valorium Bank and everything? There's the services, right? Digital banking, digital corporate finance, digital custody, trading and credit solutions, digital investment solutions. This is where they're messing up right here in America. Digital banking, digital corporate finance, right? Okay, so they got a lot of different stuff that they're doing here, but this is where they're messing up, man, in the investments. Okay, now JT had a point. He said, hey, it's illegal for you to solicit money from investors in the form of securities unregistered. That's illegal, right? So, shout out to Patrice. Patrice, what's going on with you, girl?
Hey, brother, I just want to come up here just in
I can't hear
case.
you now. Is it me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear myself. I can't hear you. We just having problems today, y'all. We
Okay.
Negro rigging, huh?
I'll tell you what.
All right, so anyway, let me finish and Patrice work out what's going on with her situation as far as Patrice. We can't hear you. We see that you're talking, but we just can't hear your audio. I don't know what's going on with your mic, but your audio is not there. Yeah, it's just any shout out to you. No problem. I just wanted to do this thing with Brother Ben X real quick, but it seemed like I spent more time, with all these hassles. But anyway, let me finish what I was talking about this situation, because JT raised a good point last night. He said, hey, they're not supposed to be selling securities, and you're not, right? That is a no-no, right? Many people have gone to jail because they sell securities unregulated, right? Not supposed to do that. You can hear Patrice? I can't hear Patrice, right? Oh, I can't. What's going on with me? How come I can't hear you? This situation is so hey man, they got me all twisted over here. They got me all twisted over here, man. Let me bring this down. Let me bring it in. I don't know what's going on. Let me you muted over here. I don't know why you muted. Oh, maybe you're not muted over here. Let me see what's going on. Okay, let me try this again, y'all. Let me try this again. Let me try to make it a little better. How about now, Patrice? Patrice? They can hear. I can't hear you. All right, let me play some audio and let me see what's going on. Oh, okay, I got you. Now I can hear. Now I can hear. It was something setting was off. Okay. Patrice?
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Okay, I had a setting that was off. Okay. All right.
Oh. Go
Okay.
ahead, do your thing. I just want to make sure that in case something go wrong, I can be up here for you to kind of, counteract.
Thank
But we all
you.
good. Go ahead, do your
Thank you.
thing.
Risa said, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. All right, here we go. Like JT said last night, we had a good point, right? Had a good point that you're not supposed to be taking money from investors in America unless you have to get. That's what Sam Bankman got caught doing, right? They was taking money and they was investing it, and they wasn't supposed to be investing it. They were supposed to be storing it. They were supposed to be not storing it, but what do you call that? Just banking, having custody of the money, right? They wasn't supposed to be investing it in anything and then person getting a return. That's called a security. When you give me a certain amount of money and I tell you you're gonna get this much money back, that's a security, right? And that's supposed to be regulated. Government's supposed to know about all that stuff, but in this instance, because this is an offshore company, that they're not working with the government. But even if they're offshore, they're supposed to get, before they take money from U.S. customers, they're supposed to get regulated by the SEC. They're supposed to file all these filings with the FCC. S as in Sam, E as in Edward, C as in Clarence, the SEC, right? They're supposed to file all of the Securities and Exchange Commission. They're supposed to make all these filings. Okay, they are not doing that. Matter of fact, let's look at something right now. Let's look at, unfortunately, GS Partners has been caught up in a lot of different stuff. Let's look at that. Oh man, woo. 52 GS Partners securities fraud website warnings from Quebec. So they was basically like, and JT said this, they just basically got kicked out of Canada for doing the same thing, right? Running the same game. All right, and this is in April of 2023. GS Partners and 52 website domains associated with it have received securities fraud warnings from Quebec's Autorite des Marchés Financiers. The AMF identified GS Partners and parent company GSB Gold Standard Bank Limited as a high-risk platform involving crypto assets. Man, going through that. Quebec's AMF has issued a GS Partners and Gold Standard Bank securities fraud warning. Oh man, yikes! I don't know, Brother Ben. Yikes! Gold Standard Bank Limited, a shell company incorporated in Kazakhstan, operates as an umbrella company for the GS Partners and related entities. The AMF warns that GS Partners is not registered with the Autorite des Marchés Financiers AMF and is not authorized to solicit investors in Quebec. Well, I would say probably the same situation going on in America. This is the equivalent of a securities fraud warning in other jurisdictions. Security fraud is the strongest indication of an MLM company. Yikes. Is operating a Ponzi scheme. Holy smokes. Brother Ben X. Ah, man, what is going on? What is going on? Shout out to Vagoda, by the way. Shout out to Vagoda. All right, what's going on, Brother Ben X? Yikes. All right, let's take a look at some of these warnings, right? Some of the things that they're saying they're doing. The 52 GS Partners domains and the AMF associates with GS Partners and GS Gold Bank Standard are GS Partners Global, GS Trade. Oh man, all of these different entities that they got, man. They got so many entities, man. Who now? Where I was on gspartners.global, right? Let me see if gspartners.global is on here. GS Partners, gsbanking.net. Let's see. GS partner, because it could be a different GS partners, right? Could be. I don't see them up here. I'm going through it. I don't see GS partners global. Okay. So GS partners global. It's not dot global. It's not. I don't see it up here. I do not see it up here. Maybe they're not using this one in over there in what do you call it? In Canada. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. It was number 1, gspartners.global, right? Yikes. There's a fraud alert out for them, right? Holy smokes. GS Partners is a Dubai-based MLM crypto Ponzi scheme run by Joseph Haidt. Holy smokes. Okay, so this is a website called BehindMLM.com, right? I guess they look out for these MLMs that are not, flying straight, right? Pagoda. I'm not talking about that right now. We'll talk about it later. Let's see. GS Partners. Holy smokes. Originally from Croatia, Haidt is believed to hold a German passport. Since launching in 2020, GS Partners has gone through multiple iterations. The current iteration is metaverse certificates. Ouch. Oh boy. Metaverse certificate sees GS Partners solicit investments of up to $200,000 in Tether USDT. Holy smokes. So basically, you get your return back in crypto, right? You invest US dollars, or you can invest crypto and you get your money back in crypto, but you get your money back in crypto. This is done on the promise of a 300% passive return paid out over 18 months. Oh man. I say that because last night this is what Brother Ben was saying, man. This is exactly what he was talking about. Yikes. As of March 2023, similar web track top sources of traffic to GS Partners website as the US 69%, Canada 7%, Greece 5%, and Portugal 4%. GS Partners is not registered to offer securities in any jurisdiction. Holy smokes. Sometimes we got to do a little homework, man. But how would you know? That's my point. How would you know to do this homework if you're not a certified planner, right? If you're not certified, how would you know to do all of that? You see people making money and they come to you and say, hey, man, I'm making money with this situation too.
May I interject, sir?
Huh?
May I interject?
Of course.
Because I think with these multi-level marketing schemes that's coming out, and they're mostly are scams and Ponzi schemes, I think it is, the more we hearing about them, and the more that people like JT is exposing these people, I think that at some point the accountability has to be on us to do our due diligence, to research it more, and to even go to a JT, if you will, before you invest your money with these companies. So at some point, I would like to say that the onus is going to be on us as consumers, as investors, into these MLMs, before we are investing these monies. Even if you have a trusted friend or relative to tell you they investing and they making money, you still have to look deeper than the surface for this, right? So I think that and more of these people are coming out as being scammers. And I'm not necessarily saying that Brother BNX is, but perhaps Brother BNX didn't do his own due diligence while he's telling everybody else to do theirs. So that's the point I wanted to say.
Yeah, I agree. I just like a lot of these people don't know to do due diligence. They think doing due diligence is a friend of theirs made some money off of it. Hey man, I made some money. You can make some money too. Let's do it. Then when you come out to find out they're making money off of scamming somebody else or another part of the situation, that's where the con is going on, right? Because if you think about it, how can you get all these great returns and the stock market is not beating down your door, right? You would have billion-dollar hedge funds knocking on your door if you was getting this kind of consistent return regularly, just like Bernie Madoff did, right?
Exactly. And we know what the end results of that was, right?
Exactly. So that's the point. He should say to you, hey, man, come on now. How are they doing this? How are they doing this? That's how a guy like Polite got over, right? A guy like Polite was able to get over because why? It was basically the same thing. It's like the people he was spending the money on and the new people coming into the situation, they didn't realize that there was a crimp in the system down the way. There's somebody that's getting defrauded somewhere, right? that's how the thing was going.
And a lot of people don't know, that a lot of these people have scammed other people until it becomes a big thing that they may see it on social media or in the news. That's just like in April when I was in Atlanta, when I went to see my friend perform, and we all went to the after party. Mr. Jay Morrison was there. And he was, obviously he knows, my friends, and he was at their after party to celebrate them both being Grammy winners. And my girlfriend is just going crazy over Jay Morrison. Now, I already know the deal with Jay Morrison. Now, my girlfriend sells real estate in Atlanta, and she's, oh, this is my mentor, my idol. She was going all crazy. So, of course, we was in public place. She's taking pictures with him, getting his autograph out, like he was acting like he was some celebrity. I didn't say anything to her because that wasn't the time or the place, right? I let her bask in her celebrity, whatever, fan base, whatever, for her idol, Jay Morrison, right?
Yeah.
So now, just about 2 weeks ago, a week or 2 weeks ago, JT did this thing on Jay Morrison, and exposing him and further with the Tulsa situation. And I just politely just shared that link with my girlfriend. And I was like, yeah, this is your mentor, your idol, because like I said, she said real estate. I said, listen, I said, I could have told you this in Atlanta when we were at the after party. I said, but I didn't want to spoil your basket. It wasn't the time and the place. I said, but this dude is a fraud. Okay. And he had frauded and scammed a lot of people in his own community. And I just want you to take a look and watch this video. And she went, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah. So she is in real estate and she didn't even know. And she's right there in the same city and state with Jay Morrison in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay.
Dang. Holy smokes. All right. It's, and it's sad because a lot of these people, man, they don't know. But now I think that JT was doing, is giving the young fella good information, right? Let's go back to that. He's giving the young fella good information, but the way he was doing it, I think, was a little kind of, it's kind of rough because young brother, man, you can't expect this cat to know what a certified financial planner would know, in my opinion.
Okay, and that's true, but are you being a little biased because that's your fellow brother in the movement? I mean, we have to pay attention to that.
Maybe.
Exactly. And that's why I put it
that's
in
why
the
I'm
chat.
saying that
Maybe a little biased.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, Patrice. But,
right, but I also want you to take into the consideration on JT's part as someone that's been in these YouTube streets, exposing these people for the scams that they are, right, and what they're doing to our people. And it gets kind of frustrating that we continuously see this. So maybe he's he's gotten a little bit harder on Brother Ben, before it goes too far. He's saying, no, brother, So maybe at some point, JT needed to probably be a little hard on him, if that makes sense.
Maybe so. Like I said, I feel like this young fella, he probably is not going. Now, should JT have told him about everything? Yeah, I think he should have told him everything he told him. I just feel like, man, maybe he should have kind of looked at it like, well, just a young fella don't know no better. Because I think JT even looked at it like, well, it was my understanding that JT didn't. He said to like, I don't think Ben X is out to try to scam people. He said, I really don't. I don't really think that about him. He said, but this is the truth. It is what it is, right? And so I think he should have told him all of this information. But I think, man, we gotta.
I agree. A lot of people didn't think Jay Morrison and Brother Polite was out to scam the people either, right?
Yes,
nobody thinks
that's true.
When they are investing, inquiring, and investing their money, nobody is thinking that, right? But again, that's why I say the onus is on us as consumers, as investors, and it's our responsibility to do our due diligence as well. And if Brother Ben X has such a large platform, and he is an influencer, it is his responsibility to make sure he's doing his due diligence before he tells his subscribers and followers to invest their money just because he did. And because he's showing his backlog or analytics or whatever it is he's showing him, that means nothing to the average everyday working person. That's the only thing I'm saying. So I agree. And I think people like JT and even us, as the more and more we see these scammers coming out scamming people in their own communities, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for him maybe to be a little hard on the young man. So be it if he needs to learn a lesson.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to make sure we know how we doing it. So it's okay for us to be hard. Because I'm just saying, in every situation, hey, if you need to learn this lesson, it's okay for you to be hard on this person, right? I'm just trying to understand if that's how we doing it, then that's how we doing it, right? Because we can't say in this situation, well, we need to be hard on this person that didn't have no knowledge, and then this other person over here that didn't have no knowledge, but they got themselves in this situation. We can't be hard on them. We can't look at it like that. We got to have some understanding.
I'm not saying we need to pick and choose. I'm saying we need to be just as hard on all of them, not pick and choose who we going to be hard on. No, because Brother Ben X has been on social media for a while now, speaking to his people about various things, right?
Right.
But Brother Ben X also knows that it's been a lot of scamming since Madoff, since Jay Morrison, since so many people for decades that has been scamming our people in our community. And I'm not saying that is Brother Ben X's intention or anything like that, but you literally have to do your due diligence as an influencer with a big platform that is influencing people to invest their money. That's all. And I'm looking at it from the perspective as me just being a consumer and an investor myself, doing my due diligence, and looking at JT from the perspective of him being a person that's licensed to help people solve their financial issues and help them with their financial issues. And it's frustrating when you got legitimate people sitting and watching people scamming people, and it's frustrating. So he may be coming from a different angle or point of view. And if that makes sense, and I'm not, you know what I mean?
No, I got you.
But of course, JT should be just as hard on Brother Ben X as he is hard on Jay Morrison, as he is hard on whoever else that's under, investigation with this platform. It doesn't matter who it is. He should be that the same way.
That was my point. Risa said, getting his behind OG. He knew better. Leading these people astray is never good. We must always trust the facts. You right about that, Risa. You right about that. But let me let Vaughn into the conversation. Vaughn.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. I didn't even expect you to be on Saturday, man. What are you trying to run out on us on Sunday? What's up?
No, I will be here on Sunday. Definitely. We're gonna talk about the brick lady and are black women worth protecting? We're gonna find out. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, that should be interesting. But yeah, man, this is a good topic today because man, our coins are definitely something that we need to be good stewards over.
Correct.
We shouldn't just do the Jack and the Beanstalk, and accept, and accept these 3 magic beans.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have to be wise when it comes to our finances. But I don't know this young brother Ben X, but
Neither do I.
Seems like his heart is in the right place, but he could possibly be misguided. I'm not sure, but I do know that pocket watching, he's very seasoned in this area as well, right?
Right. Appears to be.
Yeah. So I would just say do your research. Before you jump out here and put your money into things, man, you need to really do an extensive research. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with Patrice on that because, even if it's an influencer telling you to do something, we got to do our research, right? Even if it's
exactly,
Brother Ben or Mr. Farrakhan, whoever, we got to do our research, man. We got to look into it because we might catch something they didn't catch, right? So I agree with that point.
And it's like going to the doctor to get a checkup and they tell you, hey, we found something, in a biopsy we did or a test we ran. And then to be sure, a lot of times the doctor will tell you to get a second opinion, or sometimes you may say, get a second opinion. Well, we have to start doing that when it comes to our finances and investing and things of that nature. And we know that our community lacks financial literacy, right?
Definitely.
So, but at this point, now with what's going on in 2023, we have to hold ourselves accountable, and the onus is on us first before we start just being so trusting just because someone is a big influencer and has a big platform. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't disagree with you. The only thing I'm saying is this is the only issue I had with JT with that was I feel like, the way he was talking to him, I don't know if you guys watched it, but the way he was talking to him was like he should be at the same level as a person who has a certified planner. He should be at that level of understanding. And I'm saying that's a lot to ask for a guy that young and a guy that just is,
that's not that educated.
Huh?
Okay, so do you feel like JT was talking to him condescending? Because I didn't see the video, or was it more
a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. In other words, he was kind of talking to him in a way like, you should know this, you should know all this, you should have known this before you get involved with this stuff. Okay, now is this basic things that as an investor that perhaps Ben X should have known? In my opinion, yes. At my age, yes. I feel like he should have known this before he even he should have investigated this stuff before. That's why I say JT was right with everything he said. I'm saying the way he approached him about it, I think that was the issue. Because yes, I think that, man, but I remember back when I was that young, I didn't investigate things like that. I didn't think about it that much. I should have, but I made critical decisions about my life. And I just got lucky on a lot of them. I didn't really think about it and investigate what was going on to the maximum degree that I could have had a good understanding of what was happening. So we're talking back when you did it, and opposed to now with the young minds, the innovation of social media, the innovation of modern technology and things like this. It's kind of like almost like no excuse, really. Well, I mean, if most of our people would do that, they wouldn't get taken so much. Right, but I'm saying especially the younger generation. We're older, and I could see a lot of older people getting duped because we is not up on technology and stuff, and that's why a lot of seniors get taken advantage of. They get scammed a lot, right? Because they not tech savvy, they not as innovative when it comes to social media, online. They just not, right? So what if you got older people that listen to a Ben X and trust and say, I'm going to do this because this young man did this. So again, that onus is on Ben X to be a little bit more knowledgeable. And maybe that's where JT was coming from. Maybe saying, no, you're not a CPA like me, but brother, you're a young mind, you're innovative, you got access to social media, you got access to modern technology.
why aren't you at least at this level right here, knowing just the basics that you need to know? Maybe perhaps that's the angle that JT was coming at him from.
Yeah, no, that was at 100% the angle that he was coming at him from. My thing was, I think that he was, I just think that he was coming at it from an angle of, like, when you're talking to a scammer, when you're talking to somebody who is knowingly doing something, as opposed to somebody who just doesn't have the information, who made a decision based on not just having all of the full information. Like, because in my opinion, he could have said to him, "Hey, man, brother, look, this is what was going on with this company. I don't know if you're aware of that, but you need to know this so that when you out there telling your people about it, then they would know that this is what stuff's going on before you get involved with it. So, and you know, if you get involved with it, your hardcore true believer is gonna follow you into it. You know that. So of course you're gonna make money because they're gonna all these, you bringing all these other people in. Of course, that's how the scam works. So I think he could have told him in a way where he would have, instead of saying like, you should know this already. Maybe he should know it. Not maybe, he should know it. He should know it. I agree with you on that, Patrice. He should know it. I'm just saying, a lot of cats that come from the street, man, they don't know. They just don't know. And so,
but bro, that's the thing that we cannot say because that cat came from the street. We have to stop. It's almost like we're making an excuse. It's too many of our people scamming our people.
Okay.
So again, that onus has got to be on Brother BNX. And maybe Jake, I don't know. I didn't watch the video. I don't know if he was condescending or came down on him, you know, maybe a little too hard.
No, not condescending, just
okay.
a little harsh. But
again, just stern, right? Just very stern about
it. And maybe the sternness needed to be there. That's the only thing I'm saying, right? It's like, it's like when you're talking to your child or something, or your young adult about something that they should know better in an action or something they did or said. It's like, come on, you know better than that. I didn't raise you that way. You know right from that type of thing. And maybe it's coming from a perspective of, bro, we got too many people out here scamming our people. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Maybe,
now, I agree with
that. From that perspective too.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything that JC was saying. There's nothing, because I would think the same thing. I'm just saying,
I don't think it needs to be kids love,
brothers, because if we talk to them in a way that I don't think they're going to look at us as sources of information if they feel like, man, I'm gonna just every mistake I'm gonna get beat down for it, especially mistakes that I make. That just that was just, I was just unaware. It wasn't that I was trying to mislead people. I'm unaware. Because the whole point is he decided to jump into this thing to check it out for himself, and he wanted to document everything so that the people could see his results. And I understand where JT is coming from. Hey man, you're an influencer, you got all these followers, you should know, but you should know that, hey man, you have a special responsibility. You should have a special responsibility. You don't have a legal responsibility, but you should have a special inner responsibility that, hey, man, I'm going to check into something a lot deeper than just the average investor. I get that. So I see your point, Patrice. I see your point. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it like, man, maybe we could do a lot better so that the young brothers, because I think if we put them in a situation, especially the young brothers, if we put them in a situation, they're gonna just not come to us, in my opinion. But if that's the case, where we, see, because I don't think we got to be like that with every situation. I think every situation should be a case by case situation. What do you guys think? If there's many situations out here in life where I think we sometimes we can hold a standard, a hard line for everybody, and then there's going to be sometimes where it's going to be a case by case situation. Do you guys agree or disagree? And can you give me examples of why?
Well, I definitely believe that it should be case by case. But what I've learned about some of these younger individuals, and I have an 18-year-old, You know
Oh,
what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
They just basically think they know everything. And it doesn't really matter, Brother Clarence, how you come at them kind, or if you say it loud, or if you say it slow, or if you say it fast, or if you say it low. You see what I'm saying? They still have a made up mind that, you know, you just don't know what you're talking about. I know more than you. You see what I'm saying? Even though you are more experienced than I am, I just know more than you do. You see what I'm saying? And so we run into this a lot with our younger people, but I do agree with what you said when you mentioned that, you know, we do have to take into account, you know, how we draw them, you know, because we don't want to push them away. But by all means, if by telling them the truth is pushing them away, then they should just be pushed away, because they need to know the truth, because eventually they're going to return back to it. Now, listen, this brother right here, he sounds like he's very sincere in his efforts. You see what I'm saying? He sounds very sincere, but there's a such thing, Brother Clarence, as being sincerely wrong. And when you are sincerely wrong, it means you have good intentions. You see what I'm saying? It means that you want the people to overcome and excel and be prosperous. You see? But you may have gotten hold to something that may be tainted or a bad idea. You see what I'm saying? And just because it worked for you, you know, it could be a temporary thing. Sometimes people have these scams where they pull you in and it works for 3 months. See what I'm saying? So they can pull you in, and then all of a sudden, now, you see, they cut you off, and now you're left there moneyless. And the Bible says that a fool and his money, see, is soon departed. So we have to be careful, man. We have to be good stewards.
Definitely.
We can't just haphazardly play around with our money like that. You know, now I really didn't hear what JT said. Is it JT?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard a little bit of his response, but I wasn't able to hear the whole thing or to really see his approach. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes, listen, you know, it's just like sometimes you have to say, move. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you see people going in the wrong direction. You see what I mean? In other words, just like your kid getting ready to walk off the curb, and here comes a bus that he didn't see. And now you can say, you know, step back, son, step back. That's not going to work. You're gonna have to speak up and say, stop. Right. So, you know, but you know, listen, I just think that we need to be careful when it comes to these type of investments. You know, and I have some coins that I would love to invest, but I have to be very careful about my approach. You see what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with getting advice about investments.
Right.
You know, so I'll just leave that.
From qualified people.
Yeah, from qualified people. Exactly.
And I'm so glad that Brother Vaughn gave that analogy about the younger generation, is because they do think they know everything, and somebody older can't tell them nothing because we too old. Right. So I'm really glad he gave that analysis, because a lot of times when you have influences like Brother Ben X and things of that nature, Brother Rizza Islam, and a lot of other these young men that I would love to see, you know, excel in our communities and in our culture, right? But a lot of times,
if they're doing right,
if they're doing right, but a lot of times they get big-headed and, I'm gonna say it, a little narcissistic, okay? And it's like you can't tell them anything, right? So, and when they have big platforms on social media, you know, like their YouTube pages and their Facebook pages and their Instagrams, and they tweeting, and people literally look up to them, especially somebody coming up under them, right? Is looking up to them, how they moving and what they're doing. So it's so very important. Now them little coins that I won when I was on the game show, I invested majority of that money into some funding, right, for investment with my girlfriend. But guess what? I love her dearly. I love her, but I checked her out too, and I checked the company out. You understand me? I
You
didn't
got
just say,
to.
oh, that's
You
my
got to.
girlfriend and she worked there. It's got to be legit. She's invested. It's got to be. Like, no. I said, girl, look, I'm going to need a second and maybe even a third opinion. She did not get offended by that.
Yeah.
So
A smart person won't. Yeah.
exactly. So when we're working with people and we have friends and family that maybe, doing anything from selling insurance to selling investments, want you to invest in something. Okay, look, I got to get a second and possibly a third. Don't get offended by that. If your heart is in the right place and you're legit,
Yeah.
and you really have the best interest of that person at heart, you shouldn't get offended because that person say, well, let me talk to another financial advisor. Or let me get the advice of so-and-so. Let me get the advice of a JT or somebody that I know that may be equal or on a higher stature when it comes to the certifications and stuff in financial literacy, because I know I don't have it,
Yes.
So don't get offended when, if somebody tell you that. To me, I would oh, and my girlfriend was like, of course, go ahead, take your time, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
There you have it.
All right. Okay, so let me get an example of what Vaughn was talking about. Vaughn said, hey, sometimes a person would lead you into a bad situation unknowingly, right? Yes, we have people that usually JT is talking about people that will knowingly do it, but sometimes you got people that unknowingly do it, right? They just, for whatever reason, they didn't do their due diligence. They didn't do that. Now here's a situation. You guys all remember the 9/11 where the planes went into the buildings in New York. You guys remember that?
Yeah, y'all know 9/11 is Monday, right?
Oh yes, definitely. So be careful, man. Be safe. If you work in a government building, maybe you might want to take that day off. All right. So anyway, there was the first plane goes into one of the buildings, right? The building. Okay. Now we talking about somebody misleading people, right? The security guard the people were outside. People were outside when the plane hit, bam, right? People were working, walking by, whatever, eating their lunch out there. And some people had ran out of the building because they heard the boom, right? The security guard sister, she ushered people back into the building. She said, come back into the building. She's going to come back. Shout out to Mr. He said, I saw you over there, Cerebro Saturday.
Yeah, I know what you're getting ready to say, bro.
She ushered them back into that building. Right?
Yeah.
So I agree with y'all, man. She got all them people to go back into the building, and no telling how many people perished in there behind listening to her going back into that building.
Because she thought it was the right thing to do, right?
They thought it was the right thing to do. Now, how do we know this? Because there was other people that said, are you crazy? I'm not going in there. And they told the story. I'm not going back in there. No, that's it. Plane hit the building. That's it. Day over. Explosion in the building. Day over. I'm gone. Y'all figure it out and call me at home, right?
That doesn't even make any logical sense to me. The plane hit the building, the building coming down, and I'm out the building, and
the building wasn't coming down yet, Patrice. It wasn't coming down yet.
Don't matter. At some point, I know it's coming down, but I'm out. I'm safe. And
Okay,
you think I'm getting ready to go back in that building?
Patrice, you hear the boom, bam. You look up and you see a big blaze fire coming out of the building at the top, right? Is there any way they can get you to come back into that building?
Hell to the no.
What about you, Vaughn? You going back into the building, and the security guard comes out and says, hey, come back into the building. You might get hit by some falling. No, I won't. I'll be down the street, right?
Listen, I'm just like Patrice. Hell to the no. Absolutely.
Ain't no way I'm going back in that building. But this lady was able to get the people to go back into the building, and who knows how many people lost their life doing that. But so I agree with you guys, right? Yeah, man, you got to check everybody out. There is nobody that's that's too smart or too good that they couldn't miss something, right? like you said, Patricia, your girlfriend, you love her and everything, and she's cool, and you don't think she would ever do anything to hurt you purposely. No, purposely she probably wouldn't, but you never know. She might have missed something on this deal. It don't matter to have there's nothing wrong with having a couple of eyes looking at what's going on, right? That's just to make sure everything is, and I might miss something, you might miss, or somebody might miss something. But if enough of us are looking at it, we could catch it, right? Somebody will catch it.
Yeah, I mean, not only did I talk to her, I talked to her boss, and then I consulted with my ex's financial planner, got her advice. Yeah, like, no, I'm just not going, you know what I mean? Just take my hard-earned money from that game show.
Give me
I
that money.
work hard for that money. And then I'm just going to, take a percentage of it and just, risk losing it.
9 to 5.
Don't trigger me. Don't trigger me. So listen, and listen, and I just won it on a game show. Imagine all the hardworking people for real.
That's true.
That had lost their money to Bernie Madoff.
Yeah.
Look at people lost their life savings. People committed, self-deletion behind that Bernie Madoff thing.
Absolutely.
Like, that's how serious it is for people. You finding yourself at 50, 60 years old, you done gave your life saving to something and all of it's gone. And now you got to go back into the workplace and start over again at 50 and 60 years old. Because somebody done scammed you? No.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. No.
Yeah, man. So okay. So y'all, look, we gotta, and I'm talking to the audience too. We gotta do our due diligence. That's basically what we saying, and that's what JT was saying. You gotta do your due diligence, right? You gotta do your due diligence. Unfortunately, the young fella, he didn't do his due diligence, and he got caught up in something. And Brother Ben X said, well, I'm gonna wait till 18 months is completed so I can find out what's going on. I don't know, right? I mean, if I'm getting some information that's it seemed like it was pretty accurate, the information that JT was giving him, I don't know. I think the young fella should have said, hey, you know what? Let me look into that, JT. And he said he was gonna look into it, but he didn't say, I'm gonna pull my money out or I'm gonna try to get out and see what's going on. He said, hey, we'll see in 18 months if they pay me. Well, just because they pay you, Brother Ben X, don't mean that this is a legitimate thing. They just making sure you get paid so the people that's running behind you will still keep their money in. That's possible, isn't it? So that being said, y'all, we gotta check out now. What I want to do now is because I think we made our points, y'all. Shout out to New Growth, by the way. Glad to have you in the building, brother. So before we close out, I want to place a little bit more of this interview with Brother Ben X and JT.
Nobody up to get it.
Oh, okay. No. It's a great example. See, the issue with this company is it's a mixture between potentially a Ponzi scheme and a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, right? With a Ponzi scheme, you don't necessarily have to have recruitment, right? People underneath you that you brought in. It's just new people who come in, right? So when you document your process and you're showing people, hey, look at the money that I'm making. And they see that and they say, great, I don't want to recruit anybody. I just want to make the money from the certificate. Mm-hmm. They then come in and they stake their money. They put their money in and they lock their money up for at least 18 months. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. So my money is now locked up for 18 months. It could be simple for the organizer of a Ponzi scheme to say, well, they're not going to need this money for 18 months. I can take some of this money and give it to someone whose contract is coming up. That's how Ponzi's work. The pyramid needs active recruiting from the people who are inside. The Ponzi works based off, hey, I'm getting this return and my money's locked up. My principal is locked up to a certain amount. So I have time to get other money to act as if I'm giving a return. That's how a
Stop,
Ponzi.
stop right there. Stop right there,
Like,
brother.
it's not crypto. So we're not investing in a crypto hoping that it goes up. Crypto is just
Now, the reason why I had you stop right there, listen to what JT just said. When your money is locked in for 18 months, right? You can't touch it and nothing like that, because they utilizing that money to fumble it around and move it around. That's how Bernie Madoff was able to fool his people for so long and shifting their money from one person. When he said, "Oh, my money ain't in there," he getting money from somebody else, is shifting it into that person's, making that person think, "Oh, okay, it's there now," and then he's shifting this money. That's how it works. So that's what JT was trying to say. Once your money is locked in and you can't touch it, and then with multi people doing that, all it is shifting people's money from this account to the next person's account to the next person's account. That's how Ponzi schemes work, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. I think everybody understand that. I mean, that's why I said JT was spot on, man. With everything he was saying, he was spot on. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just was having a issue with the way he was saying it. But yeah, man, I mean, I think he was, and I know he was spot on. I mean, I could see that right away once when he was asking Ben X certain questions and Ben X really had no answer for it. I was like, that's not good. That's not good. You know what I mean?
I'm still waiting on what you saying, how JT was kind of hard on him, because I ain't heard anything.
Oh, no, you got to hear the whole interview. So I you know, because he was kind of coming at him as if he was like, he should know this stuff. And I think most people don't.
Okay. But again,
and as I'm listening to you, I'm saying, well, maybe you're right. Maybe he's saying to yourself, hey, Ben, you're supposed to be a person that knows about making money. This is something you know. But Ben X already said, hey, I'm a digital real estate guy. I'm not a finance and crypto guy. So that's probably where the gap in understanding was happening.
But again, you investing your money in it, and just because you ain't that guy, you need to know how to be that guy.
Of course,
you know to become that guy.
Of course. All right, let's listen a little more.
just used as the currency.
All right. Question number one about the crypto. Do you see that it seems a little odd, or at least suspect, that it's not crypto, but their preferred method of collecting money is through crypto, which is hard to track and hard to be able to get a refund from, and the fact that they're not actually registered to do business in the United States as an investment company, the way that they're operating?
It could be because I done been got like that where I've sent crypto and I couldn't get my money back. However, the founder of the company is just in another country anyway. Although it operates in the US, it operates in like several different countries. So to keep it decentralized, I think, well, that's what they said. That's why they use it. But it's not like a American person that's that went outside the States for like tax purposes and stuff like that. They're the corporate office is literally just in Dubai, and that's how they do business.
All right, and then the second part of that question is it not alarming that they're not actually registered a license to do what they're doing with American citizens to invest like that? They actually have to be registered, even if the company is operating or is based out of the country. They still have to register in the United States and have.
Now, I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Red flag.
Would the average person know that?
No, but again, Brother Ben is investing his money and asking other people to. He should know that. He should have did his due diligence.
Asking people to invest in it yet.
But even him as a person that has already invested, are you not going to look into all? To me, that is a kind of simple thing. If I'm spending my money and investing my money and it's overseas, companies are over. That's a big red flag, bro.
Right.
Yeah, listen, I need to be able to listen. I need to be able to go to your place of business. I need to be able to track you down when it comes to my money. You can't be overseas like that. No. We're not doing that. No. And I think that's how we get caught up a lot. You know, we invest in these things and they're located outside the country. You know, how can you go and knock on the door and ask about your money?
Well, I mean, that should be the first red flag, like Patrice said. That should be the first red flag that the
It's
country's out of
definitely a red flag
the
for me.
company's out of the country. That should be the first red flag. You know, the next red flag is, oh, we're gonna take your money and we're gonna give you this guaranteed return.
Well, not only that, and I wouldn't mind it being out the country as long as it's one in the United States.
But that's the point, Patrice. It's not none in the United States.
And that's my point. I wouldn't have mind if they had companies in other countries, but baby, have one in the US of A, where I am as a United States tax-paying citizen that's investing my money. Once my money leave my hands, it's going abroad in foreign countries, and it's not staying here in the United States where I can have a website, a phone number, an address, or something that I can call these people. My investments, yes, they are all over the world, but guess what? They are also in the United States. And that's the point that JT was saying. They only overseas and not registered in the United States. That is
which was a good point. That was a good point. Yeah, that was definitely a good point. You know, so yeah. So I mean, I think what we can learn from this situation is the fact that you know, we gotta do our due diligence, right? We gotta do our due diligence because especially, you know, and there's not there's no organized or governing body over influencers to say, okay, you got this many followers. Now you got this responsibility to make sure whatever you say, nobody's going to get, you know, have a problem. There's no body to do that, right? It just depends on the integrity of the person, right? They have 100,000 followers or millions of followers. It just basically depends on the integrity of the person. But we got to just, as the people that do the most of the retail investing, we got to look at it and say, okay, no matter what they do, I got to do my homework. Now, what this person say, I got to do my homework, right? So then he said, I didn't think Brother Ben X was asking anyone. No, he wasn't. This whole thing was about him. He was saying he was going, and at the end of the 18 months, he was going to show his results. Now he didn't never ask anybody to invest in this situation. So let's get that straight. He never, but of course, obviously,
bro plans.
Wait, let me finish, Patrice. Let me finish, Patrice.
After the end of the 18 months, he's showing all of this to his influencers.
Let me finish, Patrice. Patrice.
Okay. You're being a little biased here.
I am, but I probably will address something you're saying. He wasn't directly, and that was his point. I'm not directly getting people to involve to come into the situation. I'm just showing I'm just documenting my time involved in the situation. Now, what JT was coming at it was, well, doesn't matter if you're not asking them to, since you got that many followers, some of them are just going to do it anyway. If they see wherever they see you move, they're going to move. Right. So that was JT's point, in my opinion. Well, one of his points, in my opinion. Okay, now Patrice, now you can go ahead and go.
And a well taken point, right? Again, right. He knows it's like JT said, it's illegal for him to flat out come and ask people, come on and invest in it. That's illegal. JT already told him that. So he's going to use himself as an example to say, hey guys, look how my money is growing. And at the end of 18 months, I'm going to show you guys how much I have accumulated with my investments. And you think somebody like Brother Ben X, who is an influencer and a leader in the community, right? A young leader at that in the community,
right?
That got these followers, that's not going to say, wow, well, if he did it and made this money at the end of 18 months, man, let me look into it and try. He don't have to tell me literally. That's why there's the whole word, hence influence. Influence.
Yeah.
So that is the point that JT was saying, and to kind of be hard on the brother to say, hey, look, you are a big content creator. You're a big influencer. You're a big community leader, you know, in our Black community, and the younger ones younger than you are coming and looking up to you, brother.
Yeah.
This is the example you need to be setting. So yeah, I'm gonna come hard down on you a little bit, brother, because I want to see you win and I want to see you do better. But don't do it by, you know, being a part of what is could possibly be what it's looking like is a Ponzi scheme and a marketing
Yikes.
level scheme, because that's what exactly came out of JT's mouth.
Hey, and guess what? I mean, these regulatory bodies, the one in Quebec, right, the one in Canada, I mean, these people don't throw out fraud alerts just because you lost a nickel or not lost a dime, right? You got to do a lot of stuff for them to throw out a fraud alert on you, right?
Now you see how simple that was for JT to say that. You mean to tell me Brother Ben X didn't at least Google and find out the fraud alerts that were on these companies?
You know what? I don't think that. I think he thought like, see, this is my point, Patrice. I think he thought because this is not his area of where he's, you know, where he can swim. I think he thought, hey, I trust this person. Like the direct opposite of what you said, right? That I love this person is cool and I trust this person. So this person said it's a cool situation. Done. I don't even have to go because I trust him. So therefore, I don't even have to investigate the situation. And he said he making money off of it. Let me go ahead and sign up.
And I bet you Brother Ben X have heard of the Better Business Bureau. Hello?
Yes, I'm sure he has.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to agree with JT on this one. This is simple stuff that he could have Googled. Better Business Bureau, fraud website. That's all he would have to do. Put those companies in and could have found that. So
I agree with JT. I'm not saying that JT shouldn't have said anything that he said to him. JT was spot on. I just think we got to understand when we see our people and they make decisions and a lot of times they're unaware, we can't come at them and expect them to be maybe it might be something that, like, for example, if I came into I came into the entertainment business and then, you know, I tell you a story, Patrice, about how, you know, I was on the casting couch and some dude tried to put me on the casting couch, right? And then you would be like, Patrice, you being in the entertainment industry, you'd be like, man, look, I tried to tell you, Clarence, that's just how I go in the entertainment industry. I could tell you how to go around those dudes, but you didn't want to listen to me. I've been trying to tell you, you should know that if you in the business, you should know that. But I'll be like, hey, I just got into the business. I didn't know that, you know, just stuff like that be going on. I thought when I went into the office.
I get your point, but that's apples and oranges. We talk about money now, finances, future, your livelihood. Hello, somebody.
Maybe you're right, Patrice. Maybe you're right. But I do think that JT was spot on, man. Everything he said about just talking about everything about this company, man. It's just very, I mean, so many red flags. You got the bullfights, man. I mean, it's just absolutely spot on, right? Now, I'm just giving Brother Bennett, maybe I'm giving him a pass. I don't think it's not so much because of the religious connection. I think it's more because I think he's a young cat. I think he's a young dude, man. I think these young dudes, they're gonna make these kind of mistakes.
Blow cans. He gonna learn today.
He gonna learn today.
Gonna learn today.
Yeah, you and Risa, man, y'all gonna make him learn today, huh? He gonna learn today. Well, I definitely think I think now, do I think overall was a good thing? Yes, I think it was overall a good thing because I think JT educated him on a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff that we were just pointing out just between us, right? But we older. We when you've been burnt enough, you got to walk around with your eyes open, right? With these young cats, they really, they trust people that really, they circling around waiting for the opportunity to do a big grab on somebody, right? And they will just circle around. Maybe they circle around for a year, 2 years, whatever, and hang around you. And then they see you get this big bag. They know you're going to get this big bag one day. And then they want to jump in and get you, or get you to come on and get them a big bag, right? So that may happen, especially to these younger people. So I'm saying, I think JT educated them on a lot of stuff. Now, he gave them a lot of stuff to think about. The company's been indicted for fraud. the companies was kicked out of Canada for fraud. They haven't been, they're not regulated in any jurisdiction to be selling securities, and although that's what they're doing, right? A CD
Big red flag, and the bells and the whistles is going off, and the alarm.
Come on, right? Come on now.
Well, you know what? It looks
agree
like
with that.
JT.
Now, Brother
It
Ben
looks
X
like JT
should
was
have looked
warning
into
him.
that.
Yeah, it looks like JT was warning him about, the situation about this company, that he wasn't privy to. So that's a good thing,
well,
right?
That's the thing. Was he privy to it or wasn't he? We don't know, right? It came off like he wasn't, right?
I'm sorry,
It
but
came off like he wasn't. So I would say that.
And I'm sorry, it looked like that these are basic things that JT Googled and went to the Better Business Bureau and the fraud scam websites and found out. I really wish we could have had JT on here, because to me, it just seemed like those are things that JT simply looked up that Ben could have looked up too. Then maybe that's why he coming in like, bro, you should know this.
Look this stuff up on Google, man. What's going on? So, I mean, that's what the way JT was like, hey, man, come on. It wasn't even a deep dive for this, right? So maybe we'll see. I wish he would have came on. I invited him. Now, I invited Brother Ben X as well as JT over here to talk about the situation. But, obviously, like I said, they got the invitation late. They wasn't able to, and I haven't heard anything back. So, obviously, they probably maybe out with their family or out doing something and, didn't even know. And by the time they got it, they're like, look, I'm already in the middle of this or got this plan going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rico said Coco Gauff won the U.S. Open, Black Girl Magic. Rico.
Yeah, I saw that. Yay.
Hey, I got to look at that. I didn't see it. Shout out to Bolo TV in the village, by the way.
What's up, Bolo?
Brother Clarence and the panel and the chat. Shout out to you, Brother Bolo.
Hey, Brother Bolo.
Okay, so listen, y'all. We're going to do a little bit more, and then we're going to wrap it up. A little bit more, JT and Brother Ben, and we're going to wrap it up.
The approval to collect investment monies the way that they're doing it, so they're actually operating illegally?
So to answer that question, because it is crypto, I think it is unregulated. And as far as like the government,
see, now you can stop it right there. Now I'm stopping right there. Now, you see, he said, now he asked them a direct question about them being registered with the SEC about the business they're doing. Now, Brother Ben is saying, well, because of its being crypto. What being crypto? What exactly is the crypto? Because at first, Brother Ben X said that the only thing that's got something to do with crypto is that they pay you out in crypto. Right? You pay them in US dollars, they pay you in crypto. Right? Can you guys hear me? Hello. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Okay, I hear you.
Make sure.
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. I can hear you.
I've been having some technical difficulties. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, but you're doing good now. So you're all good. You're all
right,
good.
so JT says, Brother Ben X was saying at first, hey, the only part of this game that's crypto is they pay you in crypto, right? You can pay them in crypto, you can invest your crypto, but when they pay you back, you're gonna get paid back in crypto, right? Okay, so but now he's asking Brother Ben X, hey, did you know that they're not regulated to sell securities? And he's saying, well, because it's crypto is involved. This is Brother Ben X. He's saying crypto. I think that which has nothing to do with them offering securities. This is why I'm saying he doesn't really know this game, like exactly. What I mean?
Right.
He doesn't know that it doesn't matter whether they're doing it in crypto, yen, rubles or whatever. As long as they offering a security based on a security, that's illegal. Right? If they're not regulated by the federal government, they shouldn't be offering Americans securities. But they're offering you a CD, a certificate of deposit. You put in this money for 18 months, you're going to get back a guaranteed return. The only person that could do that legally is the government, right? They can say, I'm going to guarantee you're going to get this money back. There won't be no loss at all, right? So anyway, how can this company that come out of nowhere do it? And and they're not putting billions of dollar hedge funds and not going over there and getting that kind of return, right? So anyway, it just astronomically wouldn't even make any sense. So I just wanted to show his lack of understanding at this point, which I was able to recognize that he just didn't know, right? He just didn't have a full understanding. Now, JT is well within his right to educate the brother. So go ahead and educate him. And that's what I believe he's trying to do at this point.
Not the way that you just described it, no, because it's not crypto in the way that you described it. Crypto is simply the medium of exchange for the investment that they're doing. And Brother Supreme said that they are investing in real estate, in fintech. These are things that are traditional asset classes. So you have an investment company who are taking investment money from U.S. citizens that is not registered to do so in the United States. So in fact, that would be against the law.
It's against the law because of what exactly?
Okay. So in the United States, right? So in the United States, to collect investment money from the open public in the way that they're operating, you have to be registered to do so, either on the state level or on the federal level with the SEC. This company is neither registered with any individual state regulatory body nor the SEC. They are actually operating illegally.
Oh my God.
Do you find that alarming?
Wow.
OMG,
Wow.
come on.
Wow.
They
Wow.
not
All
even.
right.
These are
And
your.
look at the brother's face too while he's telling him. Look at his face. Like what?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Now y'all see that, right? He's like, what? I can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not can't believe it, but I trusted these people, and now this is the information I'm finding out.
But you know what, Brother Clarence? It's because it's working for him right now.
There
You see
go.
what I'm saying? That's the example that he's setting for everyone else. Look, you know, it's working for me.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
and I
and-
just want to share. Listen, I'm excited to share what's working for me with you.
Right.
Sincerely, though.
Good point, Vaughn.
You
Good
see what
point.
I'm saying?
But see, that's but the thing is, and what JT was subtly saying is, hey, bro, is it possible that they may be manipulating your results so that you can mislead other people to come down the pipe?
No,
Is it possible?
I don't think that what JT was relaying at all. I think JT was saying, bro, these are simple federal and state regulated organizations where financial institutions need to be registered legally by law.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely he was saying that, Patrice, but I'm saying
No.
under the table.
Okay, but again, the JT's point is saying legally, these are federal and state regulated organizations that financial institutions legally by law need to be registered with, and this company wasn't. Like, for real. Like, okay, so I'm going to invest my money in something and not go even check out if it's legit registered with federal and state. Like, again, it's I don't know, it's elementary to me. It is. I'm thinking that JT's point of view is saying, bro, this is like elementary stuff that you should have known as an investor. That's the only thing I'm saying. Cause like the more we're going down this list, like simple stuff, like as no way in the world we know about the banks, the JP Morgans, the Chase, the Bank of Americas. We know that they are federally regulated by all of these different federal and state organizations, and we're putting our money into these banks because we know this, right? So now you want to invest your money in something else because you want it to grow. You're not gonna do the same thing as when you putting your savings and your check is going to where you work, is going into your checking account like you're not gonna check it.
That's a good
Look
point.
how elementary that sounds.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But just the clear fact that he just said, hey, he says, I'm a licensed certified financial planner, and this is illegal. I mean, just that sentence right there alone should have said, oh boy. I got to get off the phone right now. I got to go and check some stuff out, right? But you will see now this is one thing I could say about Brother Ben X. I felt like he should have said, okay, you know what, guys, let me check this out. You know, I'm going to investigate this situation immediately, like right now, right? Because that's what I think he should have done. And but what he chose to do was to say, this is what I'm gonna do.
This is what he chose to do.
Huh?
He chose to say, "Woo, look at me! I invest my money. Look how much money I'm making." Just like Vaughn just said.
No. What he was saying was, okay, if you know, I'm going to check this, and at the end of in other words, here's JT telling him, "Hey, man, you in a Ponzi scheme." Basically, right? You in a Ponzi scheme. He's saying to him, "Well, I'm gonna get all the facts in 18 months. Like I'm gonna ride it out." Instead of saying, "Hey, I need to check this out right now," he said, "I'm gonna ride it out I'm gonna go ride to 18 months and see."
Right.
He just hung for the bag. Most likely, he has broken the law.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Maybe, Risa, maybe. I don't think he intentionally did it. I think he just. Bro, I think this is what I think, Patrice. Let me tell you what I think.
Let me say this. This is the problem. They too busy chasing the bag and ain't doing the details, ain't doing their due diligence. They just so easy chasing the bag, and they influencing other people to chase the bag that he didn't even do the simple elementary stuff to check about licensing. Like, come on, bro.
Agreed.
I'm sorry. Like at this point now, it's like, Brother Ben X, you should have known better.
Definitely should have known better. But I think they get to a point where they have to make a decision, and it becomes so difficult to acknowledge and take the accountability for. I put myself in this situation. And so they get to the point where they just say, well, you know what? I got to ride it out, man. I can't cut bait now. That's how they think. You know, it's like a person being in a relationship with a person, with an abuser, right? I got these kids with this man. I got everything with this man. I got all the investments with this man. We got this life. You know, I'm only getting abused, 30% of the time. I got this life. What am I going to do with these kids? If this man leave me, what's going to happen to these kids? I think he's going through that same thinking process. Like, what's going to happen if I have to tell all my people that this was a scam and I let them into the scam? Basically, right after the whole BWO scam, right?
But bro, why not nip it in the bud with your followers?
I think you should. I think that's what he should do. Like I said,
just like he on his platform being an influencer now, he need to be held accountable and say, guys, I didn't do my due diligence while I was telling y'all need to do y'all's, and this is what the results is. Walk with me through this. I'm going to. I have now looked into this because someone else that is licensed. A licensed certified professional has told me that this company is not legit. And before I would have you all or influence you all to invest a dime of your hard-earned money, this is what I'm going to do. And watch me do it. Just like he on there saying, watch me now, look how much money I'm making. You need to do the same thing.
Agreed. That's what he should do. But he didn't do that for whatever reason. And so I think that he should just say, hey, look, man, I'm suspending all everything about this GS Partner situation until I can get to the bottom of what's going on. And if I can't get to the bottom, I'm going to just try to get my money out of it. And I think that's unfortunately that's where he's at, and he doesn't want to have to, go out there and deal with that situation. And because they already getting sued now for the GWO situation, and now I think he don't want to run into another lawsuit with some people.
Brother Ben, so you said Brother Ben is being sued?
Yes, Brother Ben X, 19 Keys.
Oh, I see. That's a part of the story,
Brother
brother.
Ben X, 19 Keys.
I didn't get that. part of the story.
I don't think Derek Grace is named in this lawsuit, but 19 Keys, Brother Ben X, there's two other brothers that were doing this, where everybody was bringing their expertise to how to make money to the table, and they had this thing called the New World Order.
Oh boy, here we go.
Or Black World Order, whatever, and JT exposed that. And that. Yeah, that fell apart. But the main thing that happened with that situation, outside of the 19 Keys debacle, was the main thing was there was a brother on there that was a trading platform, right? And he brought the trading platform on there, and the trading platform made like $1 million in like a week or something like that. They made all kind of money off this thing, right? And so the people that bought the platform because this guy was guaranteeing like, hey man, you're gonna win every time with this trading platform, right? Of course, people were losing their money, going out of losing their mind, right? So they started trying to refund their money back. All these people trying to refund their money back, and so the guy that had the trading platform, he said, hey, let's just declare bankruptcy, right? Let's just declare bankruptcy. That way we don't have to pay nobody back, right? And I mean, and and so that's what they're getting sued from. I see you, Pagoda. Hold on. So that's what that situation came out of, where JT was talking about that situation, right? Bringing that to light. And unfortunately, Brother Ben X was a part of that situation, right? But they are getting sued right now for that situation. And so maybe he's like, man, if I admit to wrongdoing up here on camera, maybe I'll be caught up. I don't know. I'm just throwing theories out there. I don't even know Ben X.
They're not showing no transparency. They're not showing no honesty. They're not showing no trying to amend the mistakes if it's mistakes that they're making. But now you telling me this about Brother Ben X, and then now this situation. This is two incidents this brother is involved in.
I had no idea about that aspect of Brother Clarence.
See, I'm saying that may be a reason why he's not so quick to say, you're right, I did wrong. Let me go ahead and just fix it.
I had no idea about it at all. This aspect of it, but warning. I mean, sometimes warnings come to you, man, and you need to take heed to them.
Man. I mean, the unfortunate part is you try to do business, and like people say, unfortunately, if you in this pro-black situation, quote unquote, where the people come to you with all these different little ideas and everything, you gotta watch it with you gotta have a little grain of salt with it, because a lot of these cats, they try to figure a way around the government, right? They try to say, well, we try to figure a way around the regulations, but still getting the money. Well, the regulations is there to make sure, nobody's gonna get scammed, right? Well, they say, well, we can make money. We gotta wait.
Why they breaking the law? Why they breaking the law? I mean, look at Brother Pras. Look at the scheme that he just getting ready to, if he not already locked up, millions of dollars, what he was doing that was connected to Obama.
Who?
Pras from the Fugees, Pras.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's sort of similar to the millions of dollars he was given, and they thinking it is now illegal to Obama's campaign for something. So listen, and the brother 19 Keys, he, in my opinion, he was already kind of shady to me. I didn't know a lot about him, but when I see these brothers continuously come from this conscious community or this Black Power movement or all this, within our communities, and what they're doing is scamming their own people, that is for me like, you the scum of the earth if this is what you're doing. This is the second situation now with Brother Ben X. Now I will say the only thing that I will give him an E for effort for is that he is up there having the conversation with JT, because when you try to get other people to come up and plead their case, a lot of times they avoid you because Jay Morris, he would come on platforms in the beginning, but after a while, he just stopped coming, wouldn't do no interviews or nothing unless it was somebody that supported his narrative. And now
Who's that?
his number one investor, which was a friend of his, who invested 40 grand into the Tulsa, is on platforms talking about him.
Oh, Jay
When
Morrison.
I say friend, did you hear me?
Yeah.
Friend. So again, I don't care, friend, relative. I'm gonna check you out.
Definitely. All right, my screen froze up again, y'all. My screen. You know what? I'm gonna have to do, y'all. I'm gonna have to just, man, try and end this because, man, for some reason, man, I can't. And my screen keeps going out. I don't know what is going on.
Yeah, you've been struggle screaming all day, bro.
Yeah, man. Maybe I gotta reset everything, man. Maybe I gotta reset everything. Man, I've been struggle streaming. Can you guys still see me and hear me?
Yeah, I still see you and hear you.
Yeah, my screen is just blank. I just can't. I can't do nothing with the screen. So I think I'm gonna do it from another computer tomorrow, man. Tomorrow I'll just do it from another computer because this is way out. But anyway, since I got y'all up here, let me just close out with y'all, and let me get some closing remarks from y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this situation?
Brother Vaughn, are you there? Oh, Brother Vaughn, did he step away? He might have stepped away.
He might have stepped away. I can't see because the screen is blank, so I
Oh, he
can't
put-
see. I gotta wait until it comes back. But
Oh.
okay, well, what do you think, girl?
It ain't looking good. I tell you that. Okay, listen. Anytime you got, these people that are in multiple lawsuits, multiple scam situations, it's questionable. It's suspect, right?
Yes.
And we can't say guilty because they're literally being sued in a court of law. So they're innocent until proven guilty. But I'm sorry, it's sus. You look at suspect like a mojo. I'm sorry. Like I am so sick and tired, and I'm thinking that this is probably the angle that JT is coming from. The reason why he coming down on Brother BNX so hard. Listen, we are getting sick and tired of this happening in our community. So our people buy our people.
Definitely.
Because they want to get the bag so bad, they trying to coerce, influence you. Oh, this is how you can get the bag fast. But whose pockets is really getting lined here? We know from Brother Jay Morrison, his pocket got lined. All those people lost their money.
Yeah.
Investing in that Tulsa scam.
Yeah, but Jay's marketing company made $1 million too.
You said what?
Jay Morrison's marketing company. All them people lost their money, but Jay Morrison's marketing company made $1 million off that.
Again, Jay got his pockets lined. Then it say Jay Morris, his name was on all that stuff. So who pockets got lined? Why he over there up there in Atlanta in that mansion, him and his wife?
I don't see how you can get $12 million. You can have $12 million and lose it all. I'm gonna bring you up, Pagoda. I thought I brought Pagoda up. I brought Pagoda. Okay, Pagoda, let me let Pagoda talk, and then because I'm gonna close this out because I'm having some real problems.
I'm just gonna say this in closing. I'm just gonna say this, and then you can listen. I'm sick of it. Like I'm sick of people with this bullshit. And they need to be called out upon. So we need people in our community like the JTs that are calling these frauds out. These people are using our race and our plight and our oppression and suppression and things and they study goddamn suppressing us even more. It's sickening. Like, how sick can you be to continuously scam your own people? But you all about that blackity black love, blackity black this. I'm sick of it. You using us as just as much as our other counterparts are using us in other races. They use us and walk all over us and dangle the shiny carrot and the shiny object and talk charismatic and have a large platform. Because you have that, you think that gives you a right to scam your people. No, it doesn't. Stop the madness. And if they be found guilty, then let the chips fall where they may. And they go where they need to go. Like the Brother Polites of the world.
Definitely.
And I digress. Now I'm pissed. No, but I digress.
Okay.
Patrice is really
This
getting
is
fired
crazy.
up.
All right. Hold on. Are you gonna stay? Or are you want me to put you down?
What?
Are you gonna stay up or you want me to put you down?
I can stay up for a little bit.
All right. Vagoda,
Okay,
let me let Vagoda get something in, and then we got to close out, y'all. All right, Vagoda.
Yeah, I'm okay. I see that you are talking recent episodes of yours about hard stuff. Yesterday
Yeah,
you talked
man.
about some molester, and now this.
Yeah, man. That's why we only have 6 people here, man. If we were talking about the other crazy foolishness, we would have a bunch of people in here.
Yeah.
So do you have something to comment about what we were talking about, Vagoda?
From what I know, those guys are schemers or something. I didn't watch the whole review, the whole stuff that you talked about them. I just want to say hello and hope that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, man, wait a minute. You're supposed to be studying, man. You're supposed to be getting that degree. What's happening? What do you mean? When you got time on Saturday to be over here with us, and you're supposed to be studying right now, Vagoda? What's going on?
I finished studying. Relax. Catch me for.
All right, Vagoda. This is what I'm gonna do, man.
Such a sad thing to say to your load.
Oh yeah, man. Always a pleasure. But hey, look, Vagoda, this is what we're gonna do, because I'm gonna close this out because I'm having some technical difficulties up in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the stream out. But what I do want to do with you, I told you before, we're gonna give me about 3 weeks. We're gonna get a Saturday together. We're gonna discuss everything you want to talk about. Whoopi, whatever you was asking me about in the chat, whatever. We'll just have a Saturday where we discuss that, but we definitely discuss.
Like I said, you can text me in the email that I gave you, and we can talk in some Zoom
we will
meeting.
No. We're gonna talk out here so everybody can see us, man. We don't have to. Everybody can see us, man. I mean, both of us are I think we're pretty respectful guys. We can talk. We can have that same conversation, live, right?
Yeah, but if you touched about the studying, I'm asking myself, if you think about it, why I'm not going to sleep already.
Yeah, you need to go to sleep, Pagoda.
Yeah, you're lucky it's the weekend.
All right, man. Look here. We're gonna close out here, man. You have any final words, final thoughts for us, man?
No, not much. You know what? I have one. What do you think about what Kanye West did with his wife in Italy?
Like I said, I do not know about that right now. I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. Don't have time to go into it.
Okay.
Huh?
I didn't watch when you said it. So,
yeah, I haven't talked about it yet. So, like I said, Vagoda, I don't even know what you're talking about. But like I said, I have to close this out because my screen keeps going in and out. So I don't know when it's gonna go out again. So
it sounds okay, but whatever. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah, man. We will talk about that when we had that Saturday. We get together. All right, man. Peace. All right. That was Vagoda, y'all. Brought Vagoda down. Vagoda's a very interesting cat, man. Shout out to Israel. Shout out to Tel Aviv, Israel. Oh, man.
Praise God for Praise God.
No. You know what? If we're going to have somebody sing, we're going to have Patrice sing. And guess what she's going to sing? Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Stop triggering me. Stop triggering me. I'm going to tell my therapist on you, bro. How you trigger me every time you sing that song.
I'm going to tell your therapist on you. How about that? Oh, man. All right, y'all. Let's get up out of here, man, because I got to figure this thing out. I got to take this computer apart to see what's going on. Like Don GQ said, man, I got to see what's going on with this computer, man. But I got another one, Don. You talking
about Don GQ that was never here? Is that the Don GQ? The one that was never here.
But he got the professional setup. He ain't got the Negro rigging like I got, man. He got
he's got the setup, right?
Yes, absolutely. All right, so y'all, what do y'all think? Let's wrap this thing up, man. What do y'all think about either JT?
It's on Bro Vaughn. It's on Bro Vaughn.
Oh, okay, Vaughn. What do you think about JT or Brother Ben X, or anything we've been talking about?
Well, I think that JT was in a good place. He came from a good place because
I think so too. Yeah.
he came from a place of admonition. Hey, let me warn you about some things that you may not be privy to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Let me break it down for you, brother, because I'm a little more seasoned, and I've been through this before. I've already tripped over this, so let me kind of help and show you. You see what I'm saying? And the young man looked like he was very attentive to what he was saying. He just didn't know how to accept it. You can read on his face.
Yeah.
But in closing, my closing remark is this, caveat emptor. I don't know if you're familiar with the phrase, but it's a Latin phrase, and it's called caveat emptor. And that simply means let the buyer beware.
Okay.
In other words, come on, you just don't go for the 3 magic beans. You see what I'm saying? Just because it looks good and it sounds good. Be a good steward over your money. Be wise. Use wisdom, because God blessed you with these finances. We should not squander them.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And so basically that would be my closing remark. Again, a fool and his money will soon be departed.
Yeah.
And if you're not educated about finances, and I'm not sitting here saying that I'm that educated financially, but if you have some coins, educate yourself as to what to do with them.
That's good advice.
You see what I'm saying? Some people have accountants. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But that doesn't mean that they're straight. They could be crooked.
Yeah, there you go.
So you still have to have some type of wisdom and knowledge. So yeah, but with that being said, I would just admonish anybody, man. Just don't believe everything you hear. If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Probably is, yeah. Definitely. All right, Vaughn, is that your last word, man?
Yeah, I think I said enough. I don't know if I need to say some more. I think I've said enough, but
no,
yeah,
it was some good points.
Yeah, that would be it, Brother Clarence. That would be
all right, brother. Hope to see you tomorrow, man. We're gonna be back out tomorrow, y'all. We're gonna be talking about the brick lady and black women, and do black men should they be trying to protect black women? Are black women worth protecting? We're gonna talk about that.
Good conversation.
That's a good question, right?
Looking forward to that, because I've been listening in these streets, and my ears are not satisfied with my ears are not satisfied with some of the things that I've been hearing. But
I actually was on a panel the other day about this situation. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Okay. Well, we talk about it, y'all. We're gonna talk about it, but that's what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. So y'all know tomorrow's the Sunday show. We're gonna do a couple of things first, and then we're gonna get right into the topic. So Black History Minute, Saving Black Family, so on and so forth. And then we're gonna be ready to rock. Okay.
Oh, and Brother Clarence.
Risa.
Brother,
I got you, Risa. I don't know. I sent everybody a link today. I don't know why you guys didn't get it, but okay.
And Brother Clarence, listen, now if you're gonna do a pop-up, brother, and I know you're doing a pop-up, but shoot a brother a text or something. Just say, hey man, I'm
understood.
I'm thinking about going on at 1:00 or 12:30. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, man.
Understood.
But that's at your discretion now. There's no pressure.
No, understood. No. I understood, man. Because see, when you're working as a team, you got to let the team know what's going on. So understood.
I just happened to run into this stream.
Right.
Exactly, yeah. Vaughn. I'm with you, bro. Vaun. He ain't even hit me up either. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Good, let a sister know what's good.
See what I'm saying?
Understood, family. Understood. Got you guys. All right, I'm gonna hit y'all up, but y'all know tomorrow for sure we coming on, right? 11:30, 11:45, somewhere in there. We coming on tomorrow, and then y'all know, so y'all be ready for that. Give me about like an hour so I can go into all of that stuff. Unless you guys want to come up when I'm doing that other stuff too, but it's gonna be about an hour before we get into the real topic. So, but anyway,
hour and 30. Okay, go ahead.
Maybe.
Hour and 45. I'm sorry.
Ish.
Hour and 45.
Patrice don't bother me, Vaughn. Patrice don't bother me.
It's not me. It's not me. Don't say that. It's not me. You know, he be long stroking and he get longer and longer.
He be long stroking.
If Patrice don't
That's what he be doing.
Patrice be backstage saying stop long stroking, I might can get through it, Vaughn. I might can get through it.
Well, I'm glad I was able to catch you, brother. I'm glad I was able to.
I'm glad you was too, man. It's always a pleasure to have you guys come up here, man. You know, when your family's with you, man, it's not even work, man. It's really you just sitting back talking, you know what I'm saying? So it's always fun, man. It's always a good time. All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah, this actually was a good topic. I think we need to definitely cover more about financial literacy. Like you said, maybe get some people over here to, you know, that are skilled and licensed and certified and things. Because you know, more of this, you know, it's starting to happen more and more in our community, and it's sad that you know, they coming up younger and younger now, you know, with these major platforms and literally, you know, influencing these people and, you know, to invest their money in things. And people are unfortunately just that naive and gullible and not financially literate. So to have these type of conversations is definitely important. So we need to do that more as well, to open the eyes of a lot of our people, man, to just keep investing and trusting in these people because they got big platforms and because they are influencers. We can't, this got to stop. It's happening too much in our communities.
So are y'all saying, okay, shout out to Brother Bolo. Brother Bolo, I don't know what you're talking about. What belt? What are you talking about? Anyway, shout y'all. So are y'all saying that we need to be
selective memory?
You see how I just scooted right over him? All right, so, are y'all saying that we need to be doing like JT? Do we need to be like doing investigations, or are we just commenting on stuff that's going on?
No, I think we need to get people that are licensed and certified in finances and different things to come over here to school us and educate, and even tell us like what to look for. Say if you, you know, a K Business podcast, he's a perfect person. Like he tells you about like how to, you know, make money, multiple sources of income online, different things you could do. He also knows about government contract positions, licensing, registrations, and things of that nature. I think he'd be an excellent person to interview and have come over here.
Well, you know, let's reach out to him. I'll reach out to him and see if I can, you know, I got somebody right now about insurance, but I'm gonna see if I reach out to the brother. You know what I mean? So, you know, because we need to know about all this stuff.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's all I was saying. Not necessarily what JT is doing, but I think what JT is doing is absolutely necessary. But what JT is doing is necessary because I'm
definitely.
I'm sick of our people doing this to our own people. I'm sick of it.
Definitely. And we not having somebody who can point stuff out that's faulty about it. Yeah, we need to have people like that out here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That point out the faulty stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. No
and
problem.
I just wanted to point out something real quick too. You know, it was really good to see you pop up on the YouTube today, because, you know, listen, it's a mess in these YouTube streets, man. You know, I'm listening over here and I'm going over here and it's just so much craziness going on.
Okay.
You know, and so when you popped up, Brother Clarence, I was like, good. Now I can just go on over here.
Brother Vaughn.
See what I'm saying? Was intriguing. Yes,
Brother Vaughn. You know, yes. I'm cooking today, so you know, what you cooking?
You know what? I don't know. My wife is out now trying to get some.
I don't know what that means.
She's trying to get some.
I got a casserole in the oven. I just want y'all to know that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a surprise meal for me tonight, but I'm sure it's going to be good.
All right, just want to say.
All right, Risa, hit that link. Risa, hit that link. All right. Shout out to Bolo TV, by the way, man. If you haven't already subscribed to Bolo TV in the Village, man, get on over there. What is you talking about? Get on over there, and all the stuff y'all hear me say when I'm saying stuff about the Bible and I'm getting it all wrong, you go over to Bolo TV in the Village. They will read it to you the right way, man. They will text it the right way. All right, Risa said, I need a plate myself. We're gonna hit the link, Risa. All right, so let's see, let's chop it up, let's close it out, and then I'm gonna pull you guys down, and then I'm gonna close out. How about that? Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'm gonna short stroke it. How about that?
Yeah, very short. Very short. Like snap your finger short.
All right, y'all. I'll put y'all down, man. This girl Nucky, she Nucky. I love her, man, because this girl crazy. All right, y'all. Bo said I never get it wrong. Bolo, you must not be watching over here that much, right? But they can go and get, how about this, Bolo? How about this? They can go over there and get it fuller investigation of what I was saying. Hey, Bolo, Brother Clarence said this. Well, this is how. Let me context it for you, right? They can get the full context over there at Bolo TV in the Village, man, because I'm the great paraphraser over here, right? Bolo's gonna read it to you how I say it. This is how I come out of that book, right? But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you so much, Brother Bolo. And we got it. And I'm working so we can do some more work with these kids, man. I'm working on that behind the scenes too. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I was closing out about JT situation, JT and Brother Ben X. What y'all think about Brother Ben X? You can leave a comment. What do y'all think, man? Y'all think he's out there trying to scam the people? Y'all think he just just highly, like Brother JT said it perfectly, highly what's the word? Naive. A high naivete, right? Or maybe it's some other stuff going on behind the scenes we don't know about that got Brother Ben X feet moving slow. I don't know, right? Could be this other lawsuit that he got going on. We don't know. But I wish he would have been able to dip in, but he didn't, right? And I wish JT would have been able to dip in, but he didn't. I understand. We only got, 4 or 5 people in here, man. They're not coming over here to talk to 4 or 5 people, right? I understand. They figure their time is very valuable, and I understand that. So no hard feelings, no nothing about that. All right, y'all, we're going to get out of here, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Go over there to JT, Pocket Watcher with JT. Take a look at the video with me where he went in on Brother Ben X, and you tell me what you think. Could he have at least pulled the young man to the side and said, hey, bro, this is what you need to do? Had a private conversation with him, because the man is, after all, the man got a lot on the line here. Maybe could have had a private conversation with him. That's what I would have done. But like I said, that's me. He handled it the way he wanted to handle it. Okay. We will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we got the show, The Brick Lady, right? Black women, should they be protected? Should they? Are they worth being protected? Let's talk about it. Let's come to an understanding, right? I think y'all know how most of us feel over here, right? But hey, let's come to an understanding. Maybe some people come through that'll give us a good reason why Black women should not be protected, right? Maybe they give us some good reasons, right? We don't know. Right, we'll see. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.